Hi, everybody. How are you doing today? Welcome to the DC as Fuck Show. We are a drinking show with a podcast problem.
Yeah, bitch.
Thank you. I actually kind of like you over there. We make no excuses. We are live from the one. Fuck.
You didn't fuck up the
Damn,
whole
it's going to
intro.
be so hard tonight.
One.
I just want to put this out there. Tonight's going to be really challenging for me. It was a long evening, and it's going to be a long night tonight. So, let me retry this. One Love Massive Studios, a.k.a. creative factor in the most powerful city in the world, which is
DC.
Washington, D.C.
You can find us at onelovemassive.com. We are located across from the World Historic Howard Theater. I am the Pasteurized Chef, Marcus Bradley Donovan. This is the show about food, arts, politics, and getting drunk. We do not apologize for our actions once the show starts, hence the whiskey.
I apologize already.
You should. I'm apologize for myself. Anytime I go on an airplane, I go and I apologize to everybody around me for my shenanigans even before it starts. So that's
Before
kind of
takeoff?
yeah.
Today
even
is
before
drinking day.
even before takeoff.
Nope.
He's like the
I'd
parents
like
that
to
go
have a
on the
moment
plane
with
and
the
you give
crew,
everybody
please.
like a drink voucher to
Yeah, like,
apologize.
I am
Do
sorry.
they let you on the intercom?
I was like kicked
so
off
you can
on the
just address
flight.
everyone on the plane at once?
When I went to Germany, I was like kicked off the flight halfway there.
Halfway.
How?
Well, they were going to leave me in Iceland, essentially.
They were going to give you a parachute and a
They was
flotation.
gonna
Fuck
leave.
it.
They was
Good
gonna
luck.
leave you in Iceland.
Yeah, long story. I'll tell you that story.
I mean, when? Okay,
Let me continue.
Later.
All right.
that
We do
one.
not
Come back to
apologize once the show starts. It takes us where we go, so let the fuckery begin. So Boo knows all about the fuckery. So let me keep going with this. You can find me on Twitter, Marcus2767, Instagram, The Pasteurized Chef. On Instagram, DC as Fuck Show without the U. The drink of the night is, we were supposed to have Mad Dog, but Boo forgot it.
Like I said, I wasn't sure you were serious.
Have you met me,
I know.
motherfucker?
I don't know.
Yeah, we had an episode that legit had Mad Dog 2020, and that's been his
Who was
drink
on one of the
ever
I'm
episodes
still
where we had
scarred
Mad
from.
Dog?
No,
I don't
I
know.
was here for shot roulette.
So Boo,
Shot roulette. Oh yeah.
so Boo
that
was here
like-
for the game of fuckery.
My
The
liver
original
is
game of-
still
The
red.
original,
Fuckery
the original
version
game of
one.
Where's my
fuckery.
pen?
trademarked by DC as fuck.
Hey, you need a pen?
You did.
What is a game of fuckery?
I lined out 24 shots, half vodka, half tequila, and we just guessed, and we just went to town.
That's
Yeah, that was.
It
yeah.
was a game of fuckery.
There were
All right.
no
There
winners.
are no winners.
There
No.
was zero winners today.
Straight L's.
I had to work at 8 o'clock in the morning next day too, with like tools and banging and heavy
Yes.
lifting. It was great.
Your head
was
must have felt
awesome.
So
great.
today's show is sponsored by Chuck Levins, Grindstone Universal, and who?
Crushing apparel.
There we go. So, Boo, this is his first day co-hosting with me in the show. So what we're going to do with this show, we're going to do a bunch of co-hosting, rotating. We have Toast in the corner.
Co-host rotating.
Yeah, motherfucker, I get
Are
bored.
you gonna
Hey,
rotate
bruh.
the co-host?
I get
I'm
tired.
gonna rotate your ass out.
Hey.
the door.
Apparently,
No,
I
we're
get
not
tired.
rotating.
Apparently.
I'm excited to be in the rotation.
See.
Off camera toast.
Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and get started. Kate, your Diet Coke, honey bunny.
cheers.
What are you drinking, Diet?
Nah, you poured a bunch of whiskey in here and I
I
just
ain't
dumped some
poured.
Coke in on top of it. You poured a bunch
Facts.
of shots.
Oh
All
yeah.
right, so besides having introducing the co-host rotation, I want to introduce safe words because I need safety all the time. I need help for myself. So
That's fair.
yeah, you should see me. Yeah.
Needs me 2 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with a safe word, banana.
Banana.
Hammock.
Do we each have
No,
to have a
just
safe
banana.
word, or that's just your
That's
safe
just
word?
my
You
safe
need
This is
word.
your safe word. We're all picking our own.
What's your safe word?
Lemur.
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 What the fuck is that?
I don't, it's an
Lemur
animal.
eating a banana in a hammock.
Llama?
See, now that just got way too far in the bad category. That's just
I'm sorry.
dial it
What is
back. Tour.
I am so confused.
Lemurs.
A lemur
What's a
eating
lemur? Does it,
banana in a
does it have
hammock.
wings?
No, it does not have wings.
Does it eat
It
things?
has fur. Big ol' eyes. I kind of look like
You never
lemur
seen
if
a
you think
lemur
about it.
before?
I say what?
The tail. Somebody Google
Don't
lemur
they
for this
have them
man.
in Madagascar?
Exactly.
Is there?
They are only in Madagascar.
I feel
They're
like
only in
everything.
Madagascar.
And it has one called the
Exclusively?
ringtail lemur.
Yeah.
That's,
Yes.
That's in Madagascar.
Where
too.
the fuck are you getting this info from?
There's like a
My girlfriend is from Madagascar. By the way,
Did you tell us that every
Do
week?
you have a lemur?
I don't tell you that. I wish I did.
That's my safe
She a
word.
model in
It's
Canada.
totally my safe
A
word.
model in Canada. I wish. Oh, I should have said that. Oh,
she's a supermodel in Canada.
yeah.
She'll be here
She
next
must be
month.
very nice.
No, she won't.
So what's your safe word?
Fire. Because
From fucking
Are you trying to have the police
We're
come in?
gonna make that up.
well, no,
fire!
because
Fire!
you don't want to yell like help or like I'm being killed because then people are gonna go the other way. But if you yell fire, people like will call the
Like
fire
that-
department,
and
right?
the ambulance will come and
Right.
all that stuff. yeah.
Fire.
All right. Fire.
Yes.
All right. Boo.
My safe word is I know you are, but what am I?
That's a lot of
phrase.
words.
I know.
So
That's
if
a
you,
phrase.
so if you got a
Safe
gag,
declaration.
I want you to work for it. I really want you to work for it. All right, fine. If I have to pick another one, my safe word is going to be Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan.
Oh, all
You're
right.
gonna make this difficult on me tonight. aren't you?
I told you. You gotta
Solid
Toast?
choice.
Biden.
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 That
No,
would be
that is a safe word.
That would be our safety net. That would be. Oh God, I miss you. I miss you so much.
No, and that's why I'm in the background providing fuckery tonight.
Michael.
Joe Biden. Oh,
I don't care. I don't care about Mike's safe
No,
word.
no. What?
You get no safe word.
You get
I guess no
none.
safe word. Okay.
You get no safe
All
word.
right, what's your safe word, baby?
There you go.
Put baby in the corner.
No.
Aw.
White coat. That's what I'm going to say. White
White
coat.
Two words.
White.
I know what
sorry.
that joke. I know what that joke means.
But coat. I was going to say coat.
I can say
Coat.
coat. So, Boo, how was your week?
My week was pretty good. Still, kind of riding on this whole new year, new attitude. Let's be, fresh start and
But isn't that
you
such?
know. And then I turn on the TV and
Sit down and fucking. Who else? Who else in the
back.
room did the same thing we do
15
every
days.
fucking year?
I worked.
No, I mean with the whole resolution
That's what I
type
do.
shit.
No.
All things.
Yeah.
the
So,
only
what is it-
resolution I have ever been able to keep was one I made a long ass time ago, which was to never make any more resolutions. So,
Same.
That's a smart.
you know.
That's a
Yeah, and I
smart
agree with
man.
that.
Try,
And you
try to be a
stuck
little
to
less
it.
shitty than I was last year. Try to fuck up a little
good one.
less than I did last year.
I just try not to die.
I try to fuck up
Baby steps.
I try to fuck up within the first 16 days, and
Just get it all
And then
out.
it's all
Get it all
out.
out.
Yeah.
Right it off.
You know,
Well, you got one more.
there's
you
a
got one more
method to
day.
the
I know,
madness
exactly,
with that.
right?
You got one more day. You got one more day to this.
And then
I was
get it all done.
gonna stop with the tobacco when the ball dropped, and that lasted 36 hours.
Dude, that took me. It took me 3 years to quit smoking.
Yo, can you hand me that backwood?
What?
You know what happens is magic. You ran out before.
Yeah,
You're like, I'm
yeah.
gonna come
I mean,
back.
well-
I'm gonna make magic happen.
Well, there was need to
Watch
be
what
weed.
happens.
There need to be weed right. Hey, I made that part happen, but here you go.
I think you got any better weed though? This might not be good.
All right.
Man, you got weed. Pass that shit.
So I think
want
everybody
it.
knows us. So you want to introduce yourself, ladies?
Yes.
Kate Reed.
Okay, Reed.
Where do I begin? Anywhere else?
I'll keep going.
You go.
What's your favorite color?
I'm Caroline Phillips.
All right. So now everybody knows everybody's name. We're going to keep going and moving on. I do want to say it is cold as fuck outside. So if you know of anybody who's seen me homeless, you can go to the DC Government Services and find some emergency shelters. We'll have the websites on the show notes, so please look into it.
By the way, the men's shelter in the area of One Love Massive is right up the street at Banneker.
Oh, it is.
It's right at Banneker, yeah.
So yeah, like if you see somebody freezing, don't be a fucking dick. Go help them out. Do some.
And also we got the listings of not listing, but the places where you can actually go to a shelter on the screen right now.
That's awesome. Anything? Oh. So anybody? So I was telling you guys about the drinking show we have. So anybody who's watching the show, since we are a drinking show, we've created a game with them. So anytime somebody lights a joint, that is a shot.
Seriously, we did that. Oh.
Hi. Haven't I been the co-host for the last week and a
I
half,
know.
like month and a half? And
Cheers. But essentially, we'd be just smoking the whole time when he's smoking.
Thank you.
facts. Marcus catches all my second hand. I love
so
him for it.
caffeinated by the end of this.
And actually, the best part of you not co-hosting is I might be able to breathe by the end of the show.
That's not happening.
Oh, I'm about to roll up the biggest fatty ever.
It's still
No, I'm
gonna be a
not.
Y'all
hot box.
trying to kill my ass, aren't you?
No,
No.
Don't
we're
set
trying
yourself
to
on fire.
we're trying to make you more healthier because you
Don't
know
say her safe word.
because you know
I like
that-
to think this is in honor of me being here. You're
Exactly.
like, let's roll up.
So let's
Large
think
ones.
about
I
We
did.
should
All
put
right.
our best,
Perfect
our best
segue.
foot forward.
Just because I'm
I
here.
did skip
perfect
the day
segue.
off.
Perfect segue.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why is this the perfect segue? Let's do this.
Caroline,
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just
tell us
messing
who
around.
and what and why you are here.
Yes.
I'm not sure why I'm here. No.
Oh, are we trying to get
She
meta?
just actually walked
we
in.
trying to get
on
meta?
meta.
Oh, we
She,
got.
she actually walked through the door and thought she was in fucking homeless shelter and said, "Hey, can I just come play with
It's
you?"
Well,
true,
we need,
yeah,
You're
no.
here
well, we need
because
to
the
kick
stars
Caroline out.
aligned.
here. 'Cause this is a proper. This is a well-respected establishment.
Oh, I
can't
know.
get
I
started
know.
at all.
Say it again.
Listen,
Well expected. I can't get it.
Oh.
Take Take a shot, Phillips.
Yeah.
Baby in the corner.
I like Toast over there, so he can put you in your corner without me doing it. All right, so tell us about but not the cannibals, but the cannabis.
Yes. So I am part of the team, and I produce National Cannabis Festival, which is going into year 3 in DC.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
It's exciting. Over RFK Stadium. Did you go last year?
No, I work.
Did you go the year
I work
before?
weekends. I'm a
Okay.
chef.
I went last year
Oh,
and the
good.
year
I
before.
never. Yeah, I never.
Okay.
I
Okay.
would.
Okay.
'Cause I
You
would
would
love it.
You gonna go
You
this year? Right?
should.
You gonna go this
You
year?
really
right?
should make. Yeah, you should be there.
I work weekends. Guys.
Okay. Well,
I
then.
know, but
Take off now.
take off now.
Banana.
Have it.
Take a shot.
Banana.
So that's fucked up. You call your safe word. You got to
And
do
then
the
you
shot.
have to do
Yeah,
that, just
exactly.
you.
Because you got out of it.
Game of fuckery. How you doing? I'll take that.
Salutations.
Well, I'm looking at the pictures, and it seems like there'd be a lot of people here.
There are going to be
Yes.
a lot of people this year. We're excited.
So it's like, are you noticing it's getting bigger and bigger every year, or?
It is getting bigger and bigger every year, but I think anyone who has been before, and some people in this room have,
Yes.
it's like a different kind of looking festival than I think a lot of festivals you see in DC. Like, this is truly a cross section of
festival.
the city. Yeah, there are older people, younger people, there are people of all colors, of all backgrounds, and this year I think we're probably going to see a lot more visitors coming from out of the city, which is really exciting because we'll get to showcase what we do here in DC.
Yeah, did you? Now, where did? I mean, I get what 420 is, but where did you come up with the idea of actually creating this event?
So a couple of years ago, I was still working in human rights, and legalization of marijuana happened in DC, and then suddenly, like, all of these big companies were coming into our city, and they were putting on like conferences that cost like $600 to go to.
Oh my God, I remember this.
I remember.
Yeah. Like that very first one was like a Holiday Inn, and I walked into that room, and it was really cool because I was like, "Oh, we're gonna learn all this stuff about marijuana." But I looked around the room, and I think white people are terrific, but
No. First of all, time out. No,
Oh, Marcus.
No, we are not. We're a horrible fucking human beings.
okay. I walked into a room of what
I don't think
was
Marcus
basically
is
like
white,
all
by the
white
way.
people and all older white people at that, who were the people that could afford to be there, and I knew that wasn't the people who that was not the only
That's
people
not
that voted to legalize weed in
Yeah.
the city. Yeah. So
Those are the people that could afford that conference.
right, exactly.
True story.
So we wanted to put on an event that was going to be affordable and accessible and appealing to the people of our city, and that's where I started with the idea for National Cannabis
So it was
Festival.
your baby.
It is my baby,
It's
yeah.
awesome. Fuck yeah.
And
it's
it is
amazing.
awesome.
Her
Good for
baby
you.
is 3 years old.
You know.
It is.
So how
Keeps me up at night.
It's your toddler. It's your screaming
Hey.
toddler.
It
Yep.
happens.
how does one start something of this magnitude, like this, of a festival like this? Fuck, you got Cypress Hill playing this year.
It's
God,
All right, so who was on the first lineup? First of all, like just curiosity.
De La Soul headline.
De La Soul
Fuck yeah.
headline.
De La Soul was fucking
I was there.
amazing.
Listen,
That
I'm
was awesome.
almost 40. I grew up with De La Soul, so I love you already.
Yep.
No, I think that's been the fun part is that every year I've gotten to kind of put on a concert that,
You want to see?
yeah, which is kind of cool when other people show up to see it too. I'm like, okay, this is
And then
good.
last
This is
year,
my place.
Not just living in my head.
Yeah, yeah.
and then last year in like torrential, continuous,
Sideways.
all day, sideways
Oh,
rain.
Did not.
Line still like
I will
so
Matter of
long.
fact,
It was outrageous.
I'm
Given
gonna
the
say
speak-
this.
speaking
I will
on that-
never forget the first year, because the first year, like literally, it was raining hard, torrential downpour. Everyone was like, "It's not gonna be a festival. It's not gonna be a festival." People were running around, and all of a sudden, the sun just said,
And then it got hot.
and it got hot. Yeah, it got,
and,
it was
It got
yo.
steamy.
like
and it got good too. It was like, yo, this is like what. Yeah, last year and
last
this
year was fun.
it
Like
good.
last
It
year
was
for
still
me
fun.
was
Everything
was
fun.
definitely an experience because it was my first National Cannabis Festival, and for me being off camera, I'm actually the head of the street promotion.
You are.
So when you see all the street stuff pop
he
up
was
in the
supposed to be off
city,
tonight. He had to come in. 'cause
oh no.
Oh, that's-
Oh yeah, and sidebar. Once I heard that my lovely boss at the National Cannabis Festival was on the show tonight, there was no way in hell of keeping me
He
off
text-
the show.
He was texting. He texted me all day,
We can't
screaming
see
at
him,
me.
so
Why
he
am
was
I
gonna
on tonight?
change
I wanna be
stuff
on.
to the radiator.
I didn't know she was
Right.
going to be on till like 5 hours ago.
Right, and then with that,
neither.
and once I finally, I'm here. No, and I'm here now. But yeah, one of the things I saw from last year, even though it was cold, rainy, there was a tree that's amongst the ground.
Trees over there.
That- outside,
It's DC.
So
many
man.
trees.
There's a lot of
It's
trees.
DC.
That's
But-
a misconception. There's no trees in
in,
DC.
in particular,
I know there's trees.
Here
I
we
live
go.
here.
If you're from
Okay,
New York,
lot
I
of
think
trees
that
in
you are
DC.
stupid.
Another thing, when interrupting people trying to give a point, we make the interrupting party take shots. So
No.
host Phillips, no.
You just call me host Phillips.
I said host, then Phillips.
Oh, he's just.
It's a comma.
All right, let's do it.
Well,
Cheers, Phillips. All the Phillipses.
Yeah, I was like, I'm.
I'm sorry.
Did you forget there's two of us?
Hey, well,
Just the two.
not Boss Phillips. Well, not Caroline Phillips. Mike. But anyway,
Hey,
since
I'm a
everybody
boss
shot.
too. Okay.
There was
All right.
one tree that actually kind of branches out like an umbrella on the grounds. And you look around, and literally was what we were talking about, that cross-section of people. You had old people, young people, white people, black people, middle class, upper class, urbanites, everybody under this tree trying to stay dry. Lighting
How
up
are
the
people lighting their
cannabis.
joints? That's what I want.
Oh, like lighting up the cannabis, staying together, smoking. It was like the most beautiful thing you could possibly see. Despite the fact
was
it was
wild.
rainy, it was cold, but like everybody was chilling. I think the whole day there was one person in between the last changeover, like, tell him Quali's not DC. Quali's not DC. And everybody looked at him and was like,
Shut the fuck
I
up.
love
dude, if you was tripping about it being DC, you could have left like half the crowd where Backyard got off the stage.
Yeah,
Yup.
exactly.
It's like,
But that's what
Hey,
I
Santa,
mean,
bring your
people
microphone
drove
in
from
front of you, man.
a long way.
Bring your microphone in front
So
of you.
it's not.
I'm trying to make it as a weird angle.
Yeah, it's the National Cannabis.
Yeah, I like how you
it's
call it
the National Cannabis.
Are there
Fest.
other festivals like that around the country?
It's meant for.
So there are a lot of other cannabis themed festivals, but I think this one is like really DC because it's social justice and advocacy focused. And I think because the cannabis industry in DC looks really different than it does around the rest of the country. Like there are more people of color who own dispensaries and cultivation centers and run businesses in this city, and also more women doing it than I think you would find in Denver or Los Angeles or Portland. So
That's awesome.
yeah, that's something that's really cool about DC. I think
I really dig that. Just looking, I like that Jeff Sessions Keep Off My Grass. I love that. I mean, you got a pretty good lineup. Ice Cold's going to be in it. Fucking, I
It's
love
her
Backyard.
third year as well.
Yeah, she's awesome.
And Backyard, third year.
So what else do you do besides just the concert itself? What else do you do? What you said, the education aspect. So where else? I imagine you do it throughout the city, or do you just do it right there at the
So this year we are growing up a little bit. We are holding the National Cannabis Policy Summit at the Museum on the Friday before the festival, which is 4/20, and that's free and open to the public.
Okay.
It's
You have
going to be
websites.
yeah,
Or-
nationalcannabisfestival.com. You can find all of the stuff there. So that's free, first come, first serve, but it's going to be a full day of discussions from newsmakers and hopefully members of Congress talking about marijuana policy stuff. At the festival the next day, we have a lot going on. We have a grow school. There's
That's actually pretty cool.
no. So all day it's different grow classes. There's a wellness pavilion, probably where you'll find Tos doing yoga all day.
You do yoga?
But this could be it.
This could be a
Not
breakthrough
this year.
year
This
for
could be
you,
the
man.
moment.
Not
This
this
could be your
year.
breakthrough.
It's a new year,
Yoga's
man.
Maybe 2021.
New
but
year, new
not
you.
this year.
Not yet.
There's no
that's
tree pose, downward facing dog. Stuff. No, none of that. Okay.
No.
He'll pass.
There's also an education pavilion where in a couple of weeks we're going to be launching. This is pretty cool. It's an entrepreneur contest. It's year 3 of that. It comes with a $1,000 prize. You get to be a finalist on the Marijuana Show, which is actually on television.
Hold up, marijuana show.
It's like the
No,
Shark
like
Tank
what?
for weed entrepreneurs. It's actually on TV.
What channels are
I want to say it's on.
I know a good
Is
warehouse.
it on Netflix? It's on one of the streaming services. Look it up. Someone.
Google.
Marijuana Show. I don't know.
Marijuana Show.
Anyway, the point
Marijuana
is,
show. So that's not you're doing. That's actually a show.
that's actually a show, but our contest winner will get to be on that show, along with getting cash and getting connected with all kinds of people in the cannabis industry, which is exciting.
So how do you feel about the cannabis industry, just the way it's exploding? Or one day it's growing, one day it's stopping, one day it's growing, one day it's stopping. How do you feel about all the bullshit that's going on in DC?
I just hope that whatever happens, that it can go at a pace that allows people to remember how we got here and why we got here. I think that it's important that people continue to support the groups that have to lobby to keep making sure that the laws make sense and
Yeah.
treat everybody fairly. So it's not good for an industry to be oh, things are legal, and then forget about how we got here. So in a weird way, this Jeff Sessions thing, I think, has given us an opportunity to take a pause.
Fuck Jeff
Yeah,
Sessions.
but no,
Right.
no. As much as I fucking hate that piece of shit,
rusty-
But it's
A
reminding
rusty
everybody.
that's what I'm
pitchfork.
saying. It's almost
Are we
like
talking about the Keebler elf?
hold on. Everything.
Lighter.
Say what you want about Trump. I know he's a piece of shit, but if you look at it, if you unlock your brain and you look at it in a different perspective, he's actually making us talk about what kind of a piece of shit he is, and the shithole comment,
much.
and just all these things. But he's forcing he's pushing the envelope of bringing the racism out. I don't think I don't know if he meant to do it or if he's just dumb and it just fucking fell that way. But it's either we can either take this and turn it into a negative, or we can turn it into a positive and say, hey, let's not go backwards with the marijuana laws. Let's not go backwards with all this other shit.
Well, and like at a time when all we could be talking about is billions of dollars coming out of California's legal market,
Ka-ching.
we're talking about that, but we're also talking still about why Jeff Sessions sucks. And
Last
why
time I
his
checked, there
laws
was
were
an
wrong.
opioid epidemic, and they're wasting their time.
And that's the funny,
energy
and that's the
resources on this.
wonderful thing about our current Attorney General, King Dumbass, is
Don't put
that
the word king in front of his name.
Attorney
Not what Martin
General.
Luther King did.
Yeah, shout out to MLK.
Oh, by the way,
shout out to
shout out to
MLK.
the
Okay.
by the way,
so-
shout out to Coretta Scott King. She also said that he should not ever be Attorney General.
Yes. Well, anybody who compares marijuana to fucking opiates is a fucking
idiot,
cunt
fucking
rag.
idiot.
And by the
But
way,
now-
he also said this too. He said, like, you know what? I would like the Ku Klux Klan if they didn't smoke marijuana.
all right, now
That's a
with
piece
that
of
being
shit.
said,
that dude's special.
That's probably the one time he made an
the
exception
one
about
thing
weed.
that his like the one thing on his sheer stupidity on the issue that actually could be a benefit to the cannabis fight is that in response to him saying that he wants to roll back these rules, Vermont, without even
It's
putting
like,
it to a
"Fuck
vote,
you,"
said, "Oh yeah,
Well, see,
weed's now
that-
marijuana is now legalized now."
but that's the
He
thing.
actually could be the Batman.
That's what I'm
in this
saying. That's
fight
what I'm
because the fact
saying.
that
He's doing-
so stupid.
He's pissing people off for states
That
right
everybody else
now.
is like,
Fuck
no,
you.
Well,
fuck
the
it,
thing
then,
is,
we're
yeah,
gonna-
if you're
we're all
Republican,
legalized
you
now.
believe in
What's up?
states' rights. So
Yeah, so he's the-
it doesn't
he's the-
matter what.
Right. And sidebar.
So
The
he's
Attorney
just
General
stepping on his own
says-
toes in a sense. Like, well, and this is where the Democrats and Republicans, like, I'm an independent. So I
If their
hate all of
dicks
them.
were long enough to reach, they would have been stepping.
I
all
mean,
over
what
the
kind of
place.
Republicans are we talking about? Are we talking about
The white ones.
so stupid white Republicans?
I'm
Or-
That's
lumping
all-
them all
We're
in.
talking
That's
about.
all-
and I
We're
hate
talking
to
about
say
the
it like that, 'cause
Republicans.
I'll
How
probably
about
get a
this?
backlash.
How about
that.
this? Any Republican that voted on this tax plan, anyone that
Any-
voted on
any-
this,
No, any Republican
member-
that thought that this
So-
not a lot of Republicans.
Any
How
member
about
of the
tax
GOP
plan.
Any
still backing the president?
any member of the
This
GOP
year,
still backing the president, any member of the GOP that's
The hell that's about to come to you, you deserve.
I'm excited about the next election, but we can't just
I
let
mean, the
we can't. We,
2019 election.
No,
AC.
not now, but right this year.
but we can't just sit
We're
back.
here.
We can't just sit back. We got to actually do shit. And are you
Oh, yeah.
in? Are you heavily involved with stuff like that?
I mean, I am in the only ways I can be. Like, yeah, so I'm trying to use the tools that I have to try and do the things that I can do. So we're doing a big voter drive or voter registration drive through the festival this year.
That's important.
yeah.
So yes, it's called the We Can't Vote campaign. We're going to be doing it with Headcount and Mary Jane Magazine, and we're going to try and get as many people to register to vote. No matter how you vote, just get out there and vote.
Yeah, exactly. All right, on that one, guys, we're going to take a short little break and do some more shots.
Like, share, follow, subscribe.
Don't spill your weed in your.
Shit, fool, man. What's up, y'all? You watching this tape right now? I ain't make it. Either I'm a prisoner or worse, I'm dead. Either way, I'm gonna tell y'all the rules to this situation. Rule number 1, you have to be quick. Rule number 2, you don't fall down. Rule number 3, never ever, no matter what you do, look back. Y'all wish me luck. Give it, come. Tequila, baby. The shots in, come. Yes. Tequila, baby. It's Friday night, and I'm headed to 7th and Kennedy. Cause the bottles the cheapest, don't even bother putting them with me. Tequila, where the hell you been? You already know we get it in. You my bestest friend on the weekend. Look at what I love. Got a cup up in my hand when I'm walking to the club. Got Quavo clothes on, Julio Patron. Maestro Del Belma got Grow Avion. Gone with the stamina. Hey, you don't give a damn, pour another cup. Never chasing it, never throwing up. For my back and paper, never rolling blunts. Hold up, hold up, hey.
I'm about to take them peoples up down. Tell them suckers gon' pipe down. I want your body like right now. Drinking tequila with the lights down. I said, ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby.
Patron, pinky, and Patron. Party chances, that's some freaking, that's some fighting going on. Hold up. What's your preference? I prefer tequila straight up like an erection. I propose that you proceed to giving me some neck. I don't really need you, I'll see you later, please exit. Let's get reckless. Shots on shots, take them hoes, roll the shot, drop it like it's hot. Yes, this is what we do. Kill a corn, yes, hippie like BQ. I'm so motherfucking drunk, I'm kissing, feeling on you. Won't remember in the mall, man, that's what tequila do. Hold up, you don't give a damn, pour another cup. Never chasing it, never throwing up. From my back and papers, never rolling blunt. Hold up, hey.
I'm about to take them peoples up down. Tell them suckers gon' pipe down. I want your body like right now. Drinking tequila with the lights down. I said, ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila,
I
baby.
say 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, 4
Ooh, tequila, baby.
I say 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila,
Ooh, tequila,
hold
baby.
up, tequila, Uptown's finest, smoking on the liners, Uptown's finest, smoking on the liners, Uptown's finest, smoking on the liners, Uptown's finest, hold up, hey, if you don't give a damn, pour another cup, hold up, if you don't give a damn, pour another cup, hold up, you don't give a damn, pour another cup, hold up, hey.
I'm about to take them peoples up down. Tell them suckers gon' pipe down. I want your body like right now. Drinking tequila with the lights down. I said, ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. 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 I said, ooh, tequila. I said, ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. I said, ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby.
Damn, y'all. We gotta go back to the liquor store.
You guys want to do some shots?
Okay.
Should we speed the game up a little bit?
Why don't we? How about
Who's winning?
Load me up, Barkeep.
Bartender.
I'll do it.
And then if there's any
You say
more,
barkeep?
Barkeep?
That's
Disrespectful. Barkeep.
No,
bar winch is disrespectful.
bar wench.
bar winch is disrespectful. Barkeep is pretty
Yeah.
standard.
Hold up. Who out here is calling somebody an 18th century
Sorry.
name like that? That's just fucked
Why is
up.
it- why-
I
why
believe
is
it's
bringing it
19th
back?
century if we're talking about the Wild
And
West.
if we're gonna be right,
Bar winch?
bar winch. is
Oh,
one of
bar
the-
wench. No,
That's like
okay, that's taking it back.
15th
That's just pretty
century.
rough.
I don't
Thank you.
fucking know what's going on.
Thank you. I was about to say, I know.
Bar,
Look,
isn't
older.
it barmaid? Where
Por
did they,
favor.
like, when did it jump
Barmaid,
to
yeah.
We
bar?
just put
I
a-
think
do we need to
bar
put a
wench is,
sticker
like,
over
for
that?
pirates, right?
Bar, yeah.
It's
I would think
exclusively
winch was
pirates?
to be a pirate game type thing, right?
Shiver
Wouldn't
me
you-
timbers.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Cover up the label so we don't have to pay anybody anymore.
No. In the game of drinking, Coca-Cola is the universal chaser.
No,
You
it's
can let
not.
it ride.
No. You don't fucking.
I don't know who
you're
that
not supposed
company
to
And
is.
at $5 million,
You're
we
not
keep it
supposed-
aside.
What company?
This
said
cola
One
pop
Love Massive
sure is
Cola?
delicious.
One
No,
How's
I
it-
think that's wrong. I think that the more universal, or not chaser, but like
Club-
mixers, club
ginger
soda
ale.
goes with everything, right?
So what?
Club soda.
Mixes with
Club
everything.
One Love Massive. Club
Technically, it's
soda.
cranberry
Yes.
juice.
One
but,
Love Massive
One
Club
Love
Soda.
Massive. All right.
More bubbles than all the cola.
So let's talk to the quiet girl in the corner.
Because it's a bubble
Hey.
cola.
Yes.
I don't know.
So-
Quiet girl.
I will say, Kate, this is the quietest I've ever seen you in my life.
I was letting the lovely lady next to me speak. Yeah, well, I'm sure that, factored
She's
in as
respectful.
well, yeah.
Yeah, but she's my favorite.
Yes, I have manners.
You know what?
I was
I
raised
apologize.
correctly,
I
sir.
apologize. You do have manners. So Kate is my favorite cartoon character. She has big, beautiful eyes like a cartoon. She is my.
I do look like a cartoon.
She is my beaker, and I love her.
Yeah, well, hair's been red. Yeah, exactly. That's me in anger and really busy.
Yeah. So some of you know me. I'm a photographer as well, and I was going through my pictures, and I found the one picture of you, Kate.
Oh Lord Jesus.
I was taking pictures of you at the
Is
bar.
it the I can't even picture? Or the I can't even, the angry,
So
yeah.
Kate, I didn't even realize this until I went back to edit the pictures. But Kate, you can see her frustration with me. Like she's like, "Get the fuck out of the bar and stop taking pictures of me." And you just see her like angrily and like.
There's a lot of rage. It wasn't just you. You could see it was like the people behind
Oh yeah,
me.
and it was
Something had just happened.
So it was
It's
at Vendetta.
funny.
So it was a bunch of douchey white people from Virginia playing bocce. Like fucking hated those.
These
people.
are
Fucking
bro
gotcha.
professionals and their
Bro.
parents.
You know,
It was bad.
It's a good thing that
That's
fad
not a good
caught
way to
on.
describe people.
You know, it's a good thing.
We always played a game.
Good thing.
We could-
Sorry, shout out to Red and the Black, Red Palace. Rest in peace.
Bless your heart, bro.
Yeah, you got anybody want to do
Hey,
some shout outs
that's what do you think brought me over?
What?
Red's
I'm
Mud.
sorry.
Beep, beep,
That's
for
in my
Beaker.
mind
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, Beaker. It's my nickname in like 2 different places.
Beaker's actually my favorite. No, or was it Gonzo? Beaker.
Was it Gonzo? Was
I like
it Beaker?
Gonzo.
I like Gonzo.
I like Gonzo
He was
too.
purple.
Gonzo had soul. Remember,
He had
they
a
had
dick
a whole
on his
mo-
nose.
Stop it.
He had a dick for a
He
nose.
had. Stop it.
That's a dick.
Stop it.
Is that
Biden.
Go.
Yeah. Hold up. What was mine? I don't even remember mine anymore.
That's beautiful.
You didn't, because I didn't let you come up with one.
We really did. You might want
That's
to come
true.
on.
But no, but
Think
like,
about
look.
it.
So the reason why I like Gonzo, because
it is-
Gonzo had soul. He had Earth, Wind, and Fire
That was
for his
Fozzie.
out.
That
No,
was Fozzie, bro.
no, that was not.
Fozzie was the one with the soul.
Gonzo had a whole.
See how
Waka
mad he's
Waka.
getting right now? Look at
Cause look, I'm a Muppet fan. That's what, just how it is. I'm just
the Muppet Babies or the Muppets?
Muppets and the Muppet Babies.
I like
I
the
like
Muppet,
Muppet
Babies. I
Babies.
like the Muppet Babies
Yeah,
better.
I like the theme song was good.
Gibberish.
Wait, what they speak? Is something? All right, Kate. So Kate,
It all
what
began with me being a Muppet. Thanks, guys.
well, that's what
Put
we
that
love
out
you.
there.
So you're
love Muppets.
You're
Thank you.
Yes, we do. So you're born and raised in this area, yes?
Hyattsville girl, born and raised. and
DMV,
then,
the DMV.
PG,
Love Hyattsville. Yeah.
You grew up in Hyattsville?
Yeah.
You're hard.
Thank you.
Where'd you go to high
I'm
school?
high nowhere. I went to Roosevelt. We
Ooh.
were,
Roosevelt?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're
Hyattsville family, then ended up in Greenbelt.
Yeah.
Hey,
I love Roosevelt.
Shout out Eleanor Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Right on. So what are you doing with yourself these days? Tell me. I used to work with you.
You used to work with me.
No more.
No more. I used to work with you.
Yes. Kate and I, we met back at Satellite Room. I was the
opening
assistant
heyday.
general manager. And
Give
yeah,
us some
Boss.
money.
So
I
how
was
was that?
somebody's boss. I had keys to the place. It was great. It was cool.
He was a boss?
I mean,
He's a good boss. He's
boss.
good.
I can believe he's a boss. but I'm just saying.
Assistant general
Not like a
manager,
boss.
you know
Like he
what
was
I
a
mean?
good boss.
I mean, I'm just saying. I know he. I'm saying I know he was like a boss. I
But
really
no,
do
you know,
believe
it was
he
cool.
like a
They,
boss.
they trusted me with the combination to the safe and the keys.
Keys,
and,
man.
you
Never
know.
want keys. I
Keys.
never want keys.
And it was
Although-
next door to
Fact.
9:30,
You've
so
had
you know
keys.
sometimes
Yeah,
you had to
I know.
coordinate stuff with them.
don't
You know,
want
it was
Go
probably
to
the
that
most.
back door.
It was probably the most professional out of all of my jobs in this bar /
Oh, I'm
services.
happy
Satellite?
for you, boo.
Yeah, most responsibilities.
I'm
etc.
proud. I'm proud of like.
Oh,
you're a
you had the most responsibilities.
That was out of all
I thought
all
you were
of
calling
the.
that place the most responsible place you worked at.
No.
Okay.
No, I can't
That's-
speak to
that's-
the
that's why
responsibility
my
of the
face
place
went blank,
itself.
like,
No. Shout out to Wu-Tang Wednesdays.
Did they still do Wu-Tang Wednesday?
Yeah, dude, that was those were epic times.
Who
man.
started Wu-Tang Wednesday is what I want.
Me and Graham Jackson. Shout out to Graham Jackson.
Can we bring that back?
And I think Rochelle. I think Rochelle
I used to love Wu-Tang Wednesdays there.
Can we bring that back?
chasing pavements.
Once or twice, yeah.
Yeah, we were working.
I
It was
remember when
the
you
place
were
had just it had only been open for a little while, and like basically, if there was nothing going on at 9:30, we got no traffic.
Yeah.
And, you
Or
know,
if
it was
very
just, you know,
underage.
Wednesday night, nobody really knew about us, whatever. And we were like, you know what, man?
Let's just do it
Like
again.
10 o'clock, we're going to turn the lights down. We're going to put on Wu-Tang on Pandora. And we're just going to turn it up as loud as the speakers can handle it.
Woo!
And all of a sudden, man, like we went from like 0 to like, you know, 30, 40 people.
That's amazing.
And then we got,
thing.
you know, our
love
boy
it.
Baron Hawk. Shout out to Baron Hawk Portier.
Bernhardt.
Well, hold up, but that space was actually kind of large still. Like I've been to
kinda
Satellite.
fucking
Still
I love
large.
brunch at Satellite.
didn't
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
so we got Baron Hawk in there to DJ and like
Tater tots.
Yeah, Wednesdays was like
Oh, the tater tots.
Oh my God.
deal.
Church keys
If-
and
Boozy milkshakes
Satellite
and
Was
Tater
Satellite
Tater
Room the
tots.
original tater tot spot?
I feel like
Nah.
Sticky Rice.
Yeah, it was.
No,
Sticky
Sticky
Rice?
Rice, I think.
Sticky
was.
Rice?
Sticky Rice
Yeah,
was
Sticky
doing
Rice
tots
was
for
Yeah.
And
Now-
for a
But they
while,
were-
that's the only thing I would eat a Sticky Rice, so they changed their situation.
But here's
around.
the thing, though. But after you got
Oh, they're
the
good as fuck
Satellite-
now. I'll eat the hell out of Sticky Rice now.
But I'm sorry, I think
5
Church
years
Key
ago,
has
not
the
so
best
much.
one.
What, who?
Where?
I think Church Key.
I've never eaten
Oh,
Church
I
Key.
Oh
used
my
to
god,
like
you
Church Key.
gotta have Church Key.
No, I like
I've
Soda Rice because they
never
do
eaten a Church Key.
poutine style and they mix it up. They actually get jiggy with it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I said jiggy with it. Fuck you guys.
Jiggy with it.
Getting jiggy with it.
No.
Stop it. Stop you fake
Like-
Will Smith people.
What's wrong with Will Smith? He's from
No,
Philadelphia.
I
born and
love
raised.
Will Smith. I'm just saying, like, you
For
guys
that,
are
I
just-
need a shot.
You guys
Somebody
actually
hook
went
us
into
up.
yeah.
I'm
Thank you.
moving.
You definitely need a shot for that one.
I was I don't go out as much as I used to, but I was out.
Yeah, he said Barkeep.
I was out somewhere at a place that shall not be named, and the DJ
More.
definitely played the theme to Fresh Prince.
I did
okay.
that. I did
And
this. I did that for
people-
New Year's Eve.
People,
That shit rocked.
people got down. People got down.
By the way,
That's the
Don't get it twisted. Will Smith's the shit.
He's still
Like, I know he's done a lot
and
of bad news.
The irony of it is that show is old enough now that like some of those kids ain't never seen it.
That's true.
I had to like
That
let
is
that
surreal.
wash over me for a minute and just like
Like, I remember buying his tape.
Bow Wow right now is
pop and lock
popular.
my way.
Well,
you
the
know.
thing is, the kids. When you say some of these kids, we're not talking about like we're talking about like
20-year-olds.
20
oh
somethings.
yeah, dude, I'm
20-somethings.
I'm
Like
40.
And they have no fucking idea.
I'm 40 something.
Jason.
I drive through College Park and they look like
God.
children.
Yo.
I drive through there to pick up my kids from school and they look like they're high school kids.
Yeah.
It just it's
I did-
perspective, you know what I mean? Like
I started to notice. I dated a girl who was like 11 years younger than me one time. And
11?
Like, no, she wasn't 11. She was 11 years younger. But
I
the
just like saying-
conversation sucked. Fuck you. We need something to throw
you got to give the ages. You got to give your age for context, man.
Yeah,
Because
no, I'm 39, and she at the time I think she was like, I'm not going to do that. Because I don't feel like doing fucking. I'm not trying to do fucking math right now. But no, like our conversations, like it would just suck. If it wasn't for the sex, there would be no relationship there because the conversations suck.
She probably was like halfway crazy.
and I mean,
Oh, that bitch was. Her name was Caroline, by the way. She
Really?
was
well, first of all, no. I think the problem is Marcus broke the cardinal rule. There's no sex in the champagne room.
So I was in the shampoo room one time, and the girl was dancing on me. She fell off, and you can't recover once
You have to tip extra for that.
No,
I
no.
know.
The stunts
No, you
stunts
don't.
cost extra.
She
I
failed.
felt
Stunts
so
cost
bad.
extra.
She did not complete
Yo,
her stunt.
She was. Oh, she cut it.
You know, she like loses, you deduct points.
Look,
But she
me-
exactly. Or she did a backflip.
because she didn't stick the
on the
dismount.
floor
Exactly.
on her hand.
All right, I
It's
did.
just funny to watch her. Just it was in
Did
Atlantic
she put her
City.
hands up when she
My
I stuck it.
my
Stuck the landing.
since we're telling
Boobies flying everywhere.
since we're telling stories,
Sorry.
my ex-wife got me a double lap dance for my birthday in Portland, Oregon.
Wow.
Wait,
you
time
know-
out.
And-
Portland, Oregon. Huh? What kind of strippers are in Portland?
Some
need your wife to
really
talk to my girlfriend.
lovely, tattooed, all shapes, sizes, colors.
Yeah, that guess makes sense.
You know, like,
Welcome to
and they're
Portland.
everywhere.
Yeah.
They have like more sex
Now that I
shops
think
per
about it,
capita
you're right.
than,
Now that I
like,
think
Hold
about
up.
Portland's freaky.
But
fucking-
Portland is also known as the music one of the music capitals in the United States of America. They have a lot of festivals.
I
What
mean,
country?
Yeah,
this
I don't
country,
know.
United States of America.
But they got a lot of strip clubs.
But are those like? Do those even compare to like Atlanta strip clubs?
I don't know. I'm going to
no,
New Orleans this
no.
weekend.
They do not. It's a different shade. It's a different animal. It's a different breed.
Totally.
Sorry, not an animal. That's
We're all,
It's
we're,
a-
we're all
it's a different-
animals.
Horse
We're
of
all
a different
animals.
color.
You know,
It's a, yeah,
it's
it's
a
an
yeah.
old adage.
Say horse.
The
yeah.
old, isn't that the old?
It's apples and oranges.
It's probably
you
a
go.
terrible
You know,
Potato,
thing.
for
potatoes.
real. Well, and I do love apples and oranges.
I love bananas.
But yeah,
Hammock.
I had a
No,
pretty.
no, stop. Okay,
long story short, I got a concussion
From a
Awesome.
from this
Ouch.
lap dance.
Did you get kicked in the head?
Oh my
No,
god!
Yeah,
Did
gotta
you tip her
explain-
more?
You gotta explain.
there
how
was
you
this
got
whole.
kicked.
Yeah.
You got to tip her more.
There was this whole like
They fight over you?
it was almost like a pincer maneuver where like one of them climbed the pole. They had me sitting on a chair in front of the pole on stage,
Did they fall
and
on
one
you?
of them climbed, and while she was climbing, the other one threw her, basically just threw her ass back in my face, and my head
Ass
bounced
smacked
off
you.
the pole,
Oh,
and I saw spots, and at the same time,
That wasn't spots. That was herpes.
the one who had climbed up above me dropped down in like a reverse spider thing, and it was just kind of
They
like this
double
whole.
teamed you.
It was like some shit out of a Street
WWE
Fighter.
style.
Like,
That's
Did
awesome.
you have to go and get checked out?
no, I was clothed. It was in front of like a room full
So
of
did
people.
her ass-
I'm old.
No, she
you know.
said like medically.
Checked out like your head.
Oh, checked out.
Medically.
No, it was my birthday, man. That was you just keep rolling. You gotta rally. You gotta rally.
So
you
did
passed the man.
You know who's
Well,
not
Okay.
going to the hospital on his birthday
This
at a strip club.
from a strip club?
the birthday guy.
This guy
Speaking
right
of strip
here.
club, I'm going to New Orleans with my family. I'm taking my brother to the fucking strip
There's
club.
nothing
Which
but
strip
strip
club?
clubs.
Well,
in New
I used to live
Orleans.
down there.
When are you
so
going?
I used to Thursday. So that being said, next week's show is going to be the best of. We'll talk about that later. I'm leaving Thursday. Yes. So yeah, I'm going. I used to go to Hustler and the Gold Club.
Hustler.
Because I had a friend who was a bartender at the Hustler.
They
so I
used to
would
have a gold club here
Did
back
they?
in the day.
Go
Didn't
Club.
they have a? They have
Oh,
a
that was
Hustlers in
Nexus
Baltimore.
Gold Club. Well,
Yeah.
that's Empire now. Not Empire. That's
Stadium.
Stadium.
But hold up, but they have a Hustlers in Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a chain. Or,
Yeah.
It's a chain.
think about it. It's a
So it's a
chain
two-
strip club.
That's
Hold up,
right.
they have a chain of $2 Tuesdays.
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
But
you
no, but
guessed
so
it.
the one in
Oh
New
my
When
so
you
God.
when you go corporate, you could afford to do shit. like
yeah.
that.
Right.
So the one in New Orleans is like this massive like Walmart of dildos and strip
Massive.
and toy shops, and then
Oh, every one of them has like
oh,
Hold
do
on.
they all-
shopping.
they all
yeah,
have that
yeah.
A
one?
Walmart
I mean,
size
It's bigger than this
filled
building.
with sex toys.
Yes. So
Walmart. Those are
It's
large
like Cracker
stores.
Barrel, but with
Oh, here.
sex
sex
Let's
toys,
look
yeah.
over.
So my first
These
experience
are
of sex toy
ranked
shops
no
in New
particular
Orleans,
order.
Okay.
I walked into this place and I saw this.
And you guys
arm.
are free to add to it. So
Yeah, we need to. Is that the top list? Is that your top 10?
that was. It's not. Yeah. It's yeah.
The top 10.
How many did you
strip
end up
clubs?
getting?
No. I got a few. Some of them. We had a lot of people.
We should be talking about
repeat.
top 10 strands of marijuana.
We had a couple of people put in
saying.
multiple suggestions, so I just
Next
called.
week. It should be this week. What the fuck?
Well, you gotta do
Through-
research,
every
Michael.
week.
That's true.
See, when you come up with these ideas, when you come to the, if you come to the production meeting, we come up with ideas.
Look,
I'm
guys,
pretty sure between me and Miss Phillips. That
All right,
we
then
can
go.
name
Give me
10.
5. Give me your 5 favorite strands.
I like Tangy, Banana Kush,
Ooh.
Sour Diesel.
I like that name. I want a girlfriend named Sour Diesel.
Yeah, that's just a good
dope.
name, right?
That's
Why don't you just get a
You want a
dog? Get a
girlfriend
dog.
named
Don't interrupt.
Get
She
a
has
dog.
two- She has two
Get a
more.
puppy.
Well, I don't
I was
like
gonna
Sour
say,
Diesel.
Get a puppy
Come
and
here,
name,
Sour Diesel.
name her
Don't
Sour
have this
Diesel.
name.
And
Hold
guess
on.
what? Guess what? Sour Diesel will love you
Guess what?
unconditionally.
Can
Can we get
feed
to
her.
Can we
Hold
get
up.
to her other two?
Everybody else who
Sorry.
interrupts Caroline
Sorry.
takes a shot.
All right, I'm taking a shot.
Cheers.
Sorry.
That's right. Everyone take
your
a
shot?
shot. Oh,
I didn't
wait,
take
I have
it-
to
I
take
didn't
one too?
interrupt.
No,
you
no.
don't have
Yo,
to.
if you have
Not you.
suggestions
You had the
for
floor.
Celebrity
But
Fight
you want
Club,
to.
Oh, okay.
send them in.
So then I don't like the name of this one, but I like it. I like Green Crack.
Green
Not
Crack
a good
is
name.
dope.
It's not a good name though. That was 4, and then Soul Shine is one I found recently that I like a lot.
Word.
Can we call it green
Okay.
cracker?
And
No,
to
no,
cover
Green
that-
Cracker Barrel.
Why gotta be green?
Call it Green Cracker Barrel.
Honestly,
I was trying to find like
real
a good
talk,
way to say
because-
I saw
cracker.
you were trying to be racist there for a second.
No.
For marijuana,
I didn't even
as
look
a
in your
person
direction.
who has experienced green crack,
Like
for
it-
marijuana, it
Okay.
really is like crack. You will be a hyper motherfucker on it. Yes. So
I mean, it's the it's a
y-
sativa, so it's like a
it
good
really
one.
is apropos. But my 5, not to piggyback on her, so we get 10 different strands. Pineapple Express, Granddaddy Perp, Firewalker OG, Holy Grail OG, because I had that in can of cigar form. That shit was fucking awesome. Girl Scout cookies. I think that
I've
was 4
seen
or
them.
5.
That was
That's
five.
5.
I'm gonna say just two. Bay 11 and Skittles.
Thing
Boom.
is, you could say almost anything. People would
Oh,
be
that's
like,
hot, Michigan.
like I really like that
I-
Corolla. I don't know. You know, like the names are starting to
The
get
quality,
out there.
the quality
I
of
know a
cannabis
strand
in
of
this day
wax
and age
that's
is
called
fucking
unicorn
awesome.
piss. So like, it's a bunch of names. Out
Not to
there,
mention
so.
the cannabis strand cat piss,
Listen,
which is fucking awesome.
I thought
but
This one is
the name
called
is like-
Scooby Dooby Doo.
In fact,
Like-
exactly.
All right, think about
Where
that.
are
All right,
you?
So who comes up with the names of these things? Like, what kind of job? I
The
want a
person-
I want a job
the
like
person
that.
I mean, the
who
person
create-
that
the person
crossbreed
who
this
Well,
cross
some,
strand.
yeah, and some of them.
Didn't someone recently? Didn't the Girl Scouts sue like a grower
It was
for
Gorilla-
like the
it was
girls?
Gor-
Did they?
it was
Gorilla
Gorilla-
Glue.
it was
Gorilla
The Girl
Glue.
Scouts also, I think, are like suing.
Hold on, Gorilla Glue suit.
Gorilla
Girl
Glue.
Scouts and
actually,
now
I mean, they're
the Gorilla
wholesome.
Glue
Man. I don't
won.
want
I
their
think
names
Gorilla
taken
Glue
away.
tried to sue, but
No, they won.
Sue who?
No, they
Did
won.
they?
Yeah.
They won.
Oh.
Who did the Gorilla Glue sue?
Because now
They
it's
sued the
GG
strand.
one.
Yeah, they sued the strand.
you
that
know
was
what
named
though?
A
I
Gorilla-
would have just
multi-billion-dollar
changed the name
company
to Gorilla
called
Snot
Gorilla
and been
Glue.
done with
No.
it. You
But
know,
in a
just
way,
pay that.
like, you know, if
Sounds
marijuana
good.
is
That
going
was
to be
they
a
used to
real
call the
business,
old
then,
school
you
shit
know,
that
it's
used
like
to fix
trademark names
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
skateboards.
Now
and
that
shoes.
you're in the legal business, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Well, here's the
that's
thing. Are you guys not scared of companies like Monsanto are going to start coming in? And I know there's a big fight, and I was watching Vice actually, and they were talking about the pesticides that are coming on to
What's up,
marijuana.
Karina? What's up, Christy?
Because there's always so
What's up,
many.
Derek?
You have to use a pesticide that is approved by the FDA, and none
Pest
of
mites. You don't want those.
I
Yeah.
understand that, but like that's about
The problem with the FDA is all of a sudden it's like you're allowed to have 10 microbes of rat feces
Well, I
in
mean-
your cannabis.
Well, that's
Oh,
well,
the,
that-
the FDA and the EPA are now.
Listen, as a chef, I've been fighting this battle for 10, 15
All of a
years,
sudden,
knowing what
you
goes in
know.
our food and seeing what kind of bullshit goes in your food, and I like.
Marcus, they must like food with cannabis.
Yeah.
The best way to know what's in you,
Grow
what
your
you're
own.
ingesting, grow it yourself.
Yeah, but not everybody can grow wheat and do that shit and make their flowers.
But we have the beautiful thing in DC. We have wonderful growers who are more than willing to show you the way.
And I believe there is a thing going on with you guys, right?
And we do have a grow class at the
do.
National Cannabis Festival.
Okay, I'm getting good at these segues. things.
Hashtag 421.
It's true.
You give the website.
By the
again?
way, anytime we talk about marijuana,
NationalCannabisFestival.com.
I want to just give a shout out to my homie Stroger.
Oh, yeah,
he's
Stroger.
he's
Stroger.
led the way, and
Right.
you know you're gonna see him at the National Cannabis Festival.
It's a
so if you want to see
that's
Stroger,
a
come to
positive
the
shout
National
out.
Cannabis Festival.
And after you're done, take your shot for interrupting Caroline.
All right, I'm definitely
Yeah,
gonna do
this is
that. I
so
don't
good,
mind that.
yeah.
I just shout out to
You
the
like
National
this, don't
Cannabis Festival.
He's like,
Oh, you sound like this.
it was worth it.
National Cannabis Festival
Hey,
2018.
that was a little
I would
baby
do it
shot.
again.
Hey,
Look,
Toast,
I
you
gotta
gotta watch
engineer
it.
the goddamn show.
No,
mean, honestly,
no, it's hot
if you
in
know
here.
this-
We gotta live.
If
It's
this is
hot
how the
in
day
here.
went, that men had to take a shot every time they talked over us, the day could be.
Dudes would be
Y'all would be
sloshed.
passed out by noon.
Dude,
it
we're
would be
working-
done.
Is
We're-
that because I interrupted you, or
We're
just
work-
because I woke
No,
up?
it was.
We're
my
working
fault.
on it.
Hey, you never
So
know.
I want to take a
Week
moment.
by week, we're working on it.
I want to take a moment and incorporate what we're talking about and bring Kate into the conversation.
Yes.
Oh, Lord,
Well, Kate, if I may be so bold,
Be so bold.
through our friendship, and stuff, we work together.
Oh, man.
Bob will watch
She
us.
went through like some pretty, hardcore stuff. She
Yes.
experienced a really terrible, terrible injury.
She felt
You know what I
She
mean?
felt
And
good.
if
My splat.
you want to get to whatever level you feel comfortable, you want to give some details
right,
as to
I
like your
will-
level of injury and like.
Neymar.
Sure, I'll give a brief synopsis. So we're seeing that I'm rocking Diet Coke and that I am not drinking. I'm a retired drinker, and that is.
I do
as a girl that-
applaud you on that one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Retired. I
You
put
know?
in a solid tenure.
And I'm
And
I'm gonna
it's
ch- I'm gonna
it's
do a
not
shot
every
for
day.
interrupting
It's
you.
not every day that someone can work in the bar industry, not be a drinker,
To
and
work,
still have
to work in the service
good
industry
attitude
and
and
not
not
be,
drink. Salute.
bitter.
Salute,
like just,
salute
Thank
to
you.
the willpower.
and be
Much love, much love.
Thank you,
So-
thank you.
But go on.
Well, for me, in that regard, I had to make a choice. Which did I love more? Pouring from the bottle or being at the bottom of one. So I think I chose wisely. For as happy as I am, because it's
Yes.
still my absolute favorite work and job, and even on the days where I want to kill everybody.
You're amazing
yes,
at it. You're
I
a
love
great
my
bartender.
job.
So.
Yeah,
I
So-
love working for you.
It's doll. It's my happy place. It absolutely is. This is something I want to do when I'm 75 and bust another hip doing it.
I
So,
want
like,
you to be.
it's
I
like
want
I'm
you
a
to be the
lifer
old
about it.
grouchy woman, and like.
I could be in
the
another career
diner.
choice, but I still need I need to be
Hey,
the kiss
Sonny,
my grits.
drink
Yeah,
your shit.
absolutely. Like
I
that
just
would
wanna see
be,
that.
I think, my favorite.
My
yeah,
question.
that's my retirement plan.
My question is right.
Got it.
Like the personality change, because most people when they drink they have like a personality change.
No, we don't.
Right. Shut
No,
up.
that's a fair statement.
That's a fair statement. So, like, do you feel like that your personality is still the same compared to when you were drinking? And you still have the same
Core elements of me.
Core
yeah,
elements?
like the
That's what's up.
absolute, I think, core of me, and like, people who know me. I'll say this: Boo knew me in my darkest drinking days, and is still my friend. Still talks to me now. Still,
There you go.
I mean,
I count that as actual mark of somebody who's a testament to seeing how crappy it could be for certain ones of us. It's not everybody.
Yeah.
For me, it was my poison of problem. We all have different things, but there can be certain ones that are the vice we got to cut out. I got plenty of other ones.
What up,
This is the
Scott?
one I had.
Now-
this is
now-
the vice I had to cut for me.
Now, was it the life-altering moment that made you be like, fuck this, I need to just shift?
Oh no, it was
shift? Or was it something you already thought of, you were already, like, doing in the
I was
process?
definitely already dancing with the idea. Had a accident, which I'll backtrack to here. That definitely wasn't like alcohol related, but alcohol was involved in my daily.
When
so
you have some of that magnitude, it makes you okay. Maybe
No,
I should,
and
maybe I
I'll
should-
say this,
maybe I
even-
need to be a vegetarian, or maybe
even
I need to
after
do
this accident,
Well,
even
what-
after this accident, I decided no, I probably could drink again. And wouldn't you know, after bajillion surgeries, your body doesn't handle
Process,
it
yeah.
the same
I mean,
way. And
you're-
that was a
you're-
quicker wake up call than I think I'd ever had
I
before.
mean,
in
you're
my
a
life.
robot.
I am the bionic woman.
you are. I described
accident,
you in
yeah.
my post about this
as the bionic woman.
as
Yeah.
my bionic,
Yeah,
my
to the
bionic
accident that
homegirl.
led her to the moniker.
Yes, and so that accident was a 3-story fall.
Hey.
This was not it was not a swan dive. This was not a deliberate move. This was just, a fuck up on my part, but it was a 3-story fall to pavement.
Hey.
Fuck, the fact that you're still alive and blows
Where
my
was this?
mind.
Yes.
Where was
it's
this
all right.
at?
This was in Tacoma Park when it happened. It was again, freak accident thing, and it was in a parking garage structure. And when I was on a helicopter and on my way to Washington Hospital Center within like 8 minutes because a nurse walking to her car saw
See,
it
that's
happen.
the blessing.
Off-duty
You
nurse.
got
Like
lucky.
no.
You
Every
lucky.
ounce of kismet, beautiful luck
You
that
were
I
on
could
the good
have in
side
this
of karma.
world.
at
That's
that
why I
time.
always.
all your
I always.
karma good was like, yep, we got you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Some power that be decided that I am not done here yet, and that's good because I'd
Yeah.
like to be more productive and not being a dick. Isn't that sort of a mantra in here?
That's
Like,
a
don't
good-
be
That's
a
rule
dick.
number
Don't
one.
be
I put in
Yeah.
a lot of
Don't be a dick
years
is
of
the
being an
moniker around
absolute
here.
dick.
And
So
and so
It's
to,
okay to have one, but just don't be one.
and so to fill in,
Good job.
Fair enough.
Way to go, Mike.
What?
Bravo.
Don't applaud my intelligence.
so during that time, like Kate and I, we weren't in each other's spheres, and so we reconnected during a time where she was just back on the mend from that.
I kind of made my own self-imposed
You know,
amends.
I was
track
dealing
to be like,
with-
yo, I retired this.
I was dealing with a really crazy situation with a house and a rogue renovator, a rogue contractor / former friend, or whatever. And she came over, one day, and like she called me one day and was like, wanting to make amends for whatever slights, which there were none.
Anybody
you know what I
important
mean?
to me
But like
that
it was
witnessed
just
me
cool.
be a
You
drunk
know what I mean? You
bastard
don't really
was getting this call.
it's not
No, I
every
get
day
that.
that somebody calls you and is like, hey, if I ever.
I'm sorry.
Which again, you never did.
that
but,
takes a lot of fucking.
That is awesome.
That takes a lot.
but that
to
was
fucking
like
do.
the gateway to us reconnecting as friends. She
Extra things I'm
slugged it
grateful
out.
for.
She slugged it out with me in this crazy ass fucking big ass house.
Who
trying
won?
to-
That I sanded
won?
walls, man.
Who won
I had
in
a
this slug
sander.
match?
Who
Power
won in the
sander.
slug match?
His house.
I think she did.
I believe
I
them.
think she won.
Yeah.
I believe them, but
Yeah, but
it's a different battle.
and so yeah, it was cool.
metal on metal.
For
Metal parts.
to see you again after that. And on top of that, like, one of the things that, like, was always fun about, you coming over and helping out was, like,
free labor.
get the, well, dude, I had a smoking buddy.
Yeah, we were smoking buddies.
You know what I mean?
These are
Like,
good, like, weekly vent fests while
get some,
standing
we
walls.
could smoke, we could vent, we could fucking sand, we could smoke, vent with
I
Kate.
did that.
Free
It's like
labor.
some serious. That was
Smoke.
like
That's so
house
know?
renovation / free therapy.
You
In
know?
some ways, it was very.
You guys
was
are now
like,
professionals, right?
We should have a Newport fucking Mountain Dew sponsorship. Like,
oh man, that's we spent so much money. That was the standard like text.
Lot
I would
of-
be like, all right, passing the gas station. What
If
am
not
I?
a sponsorship, do send W-2s back so we can get money. Just saying.
Just saying.
what do you need? Newports.
When you want it. No.
Oh,
A lot of them.
Yeah. So,
it was a hell of an important time. I'm grateful for that.
but like.
Oh, you guys having a moment
As opposed,
right
Yeah,
no,
a
no,
small
no, it's-
moment
yeah,
for me. I was
small.
the feels.
now? That's good. It's cute.
wrong with
Feels-
But what I really want to do was
Oh,
also tie this back
Lemur.
into like weed was cannabis was more of an important part of like your healing process than
Absolutely
the
was.
pills.
No, I will say, no, and that's what I will absolutely say because,
You know,
and that's thanks for bringing that
bring
up because
'em-
that was
rope
well,
this
we've
all
also
back
you roped it all back in, and you
to,
also
you
touched
know,
on opioid problems
yeah,
that are
like
prevalent that we were ignoring.
if there is, you know,
Right.
like you know, according to the
quick-
fake news, if there's
Yeah.
an opioid epidemic, I don't understand why, you know, the attorney Keebler.
Keebler.
needs
He hasn't
to-
given me
Wow.
my cookies yet.
It is fucking.
Bruh.
But for me, it wasn't
God
like
damn
opioids
it.
of choice. It was prescription. But for the level of accident I had, and I split my pelvis clean in half. People. Oh yes. It is fused now. We're okay. If I got a hip check anybody out of the way, I win. So it's okay. It's
shit.
She
like
does have
every
some.
time.
She has some mean ass elbows.
Hey, that's all.
One of the elbows is metal
solid
too,
as
so we
steel,
gotta throw
girl. Go ahead.
bows. Titanium. That's
Titanium?
precious.
If you went
okay?
into pro wrestling,
Precious.
It would be
you
over.
might get disqualified.
Possibly. I don't think it will.
Nope. Let's lose.
But they
one
had me
world
on so much
championship with metal forearm.
OxyContin, it was stupid. And like OxyContin is prescription heroin, and like
It is.
the levels of it that I was on, there was no other option for the level of polytrauma. But they were really wanting to stagger me off of it, pretty like over a year. I did not want to take a year to come down
It's in
off
no
of this
particular
stuff. I think it was maybe not a year. It was probably like 8 months, 9 months. Still too long to me.
Facts.
I cut it out way early and pretty openly with my doctors expressed like, smoking definitely helps the stomach and everything, especially coming off the painkillers. They just said, go for it. If it's going to help, absolutely. And that was a huge help, actually, I think, in all of it.
And you know what's funny? They oversubscribed that. Too. You probably had
Well,
enough
it's
left.
a whole thing where you get. There's no cure. There's no money in the cure. The money's in the treatment.
Exactly.
That's
There's
very
no money in the cure. The money is in
They
the treatment.
never want us to be healthy.
You know,
true. You know, we should start treating people with.
the
marijuana.
pharmaceutical companies want the hospitals to buy the shit. And they want the doctors to prescribe things, in a way, diagnose in a way that they need these products. Everyone's getting a little slice commission or whatever,
true.
Well, who's teaching the
and
doctors about these pharmaceuticals? Is the
They
pharmaceutical
learn
companies.
about it. Here's the thing. I honestly
pharmaceutical-
They learn
Cover
about it
them.
once
They're
they
the one
become
teaching them.
doctors.
While I am not a med school student, and if there are any med school students out there paying
They probably
attention,
got a
please
bunch of
feel free
pins.
to let me know if I'm wrong. I would imagine you get out of med school, you want to get, a residency somewhere, you get in, and somewhere during that initial time, one day you're in a situation where somebody from a company with a briefcase sits down, or someone from the hospital, from
It's
the
usually the
board
hospital.
or
One
One
some
of my
exec-
best
you know what I
friends
mean?
is
Like,
a pharmaceutical.
there's so many
Doctor.
layers.
No, a doctor.
There's so
She's
many
a, she's a
layers
pharmacist at a
between
hospital
it.
in DC.
And I mean, without going on like a crazy political rant.
Do a
there's
crazy
so
political rant,
many
guy.
things that could
All we
like
gotta
So
do is
many
say
things.
down.
Well, listen, you have a
fix this
platform now. No,
shit,
go shoot.
like
Shoot the shit.
get rid of fucking lobbying. Pork. when
Lobbying,
Trump-
yeah.
I don't. The
Go ahead, my boy.
The shithole comment was garbage from a
'Cause he's a
garbage
racist
words.
fucking white man.
Garbage words from a garbage human being.
I like
Garbage words from a garbage human being. But during that studio taped fucking bullshit that he fucking had, and shout out to Feinstein for almost fucking Jedi mind tricking that motherfucker.
He did. He did.
That shit was high comedy where the dude was like, no, McCarthy. Fuck McCarthy. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. No, Mr. President, you know what? That was fucking
He was saying
Shakespearean
that was
almost,
that
like-
was beautiful.
She
What?
was like, these are the droids you're looking for. And he was like, yes. And they were like, no.
No, what
You
Mr.
know,
President means
But
is
and then he like,
But I
during
don't-
that whole thing, he was like recommending like pork, which is just basically motherfuckers bribing each other, and that's what all this fucking shit is. All the super PAC shit is bribery, all like, let's get money the fuck out of it.
yeah.
Yep.
Let's get money out of it, and I mean, like,
I
with
mean,
all-
if money's running it, it's
the
gonna
one
kinda
thing,
hard to do that
the
right
one
now.
question I would love to see any news media outlet ask, or just a survey, a study of, out of all of the GOP motherfuckers that are retiring, how many of them have stake in any type of business where they're going to benefit from this fucking tax plan?
Yeah. All of
Because if I
All of
knew,
them.
All of them.
if I knew
All of them
that
are
I had a
billionaires,
windfall
first of all.
for the next 20 fucking years at least You know,
I feel like they should be like NASCAR.
Why would I hang out for the fucking shitstorm? You know what I mean? I'm gonna fucking pull an Iron Maiden and run to the fucking
When
hills.
you think about it, think about this.
It's
There's a bunch of millionaires running a bunch of people, helping people that don't see the same exact way. Like,
and I'm not
going
gonna
to
just sit here and say that only people from the GOP take money. Like, it's across the board.
It's across the board.
Listen, they all play for the same team, so fuck that bullshit.
They all are millionaires. That's like you saying this.
I would love if we could. Number 2 on my list of things is term limits. Fuck term limits. No one should be allowed to run for more than 2 terms.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
2 terms. 2 terms. If you can't get something done in 6 years, then get the fuck out of the way.
How is it that the only spot in all the land with term limits?
I mean, it kind of makes sense. So here's the thing. It does make sense in some type of way. I don't know how, but I'm gonna try to explain to the best of my knowledge. The thing is, when you have like community based, it's community based. So
is that cold?
Nothing here is cold but set my heart.
Oh, it's fucked up.
It's cold.
But yeah,
we had the big beer.
But the community, it's about community based. So at the end of the day, that's the only reason why they're able to be reelected several times. So like, it's like Barry and Barry. Like, if he was here right now, we're like, oh my God, we're electing right now. We want a mayor that's about the people and someone that we trust. And that's the only reason why that's like that.
The simple fact that the same people that are crushing, health care for everybody don't have to pay for it. The family doesn't have to pay for it.
Yep.
Their staff doesn't have to pay for it.
Yep.
I mean, and if like, I'm torn at times because, no, it's not. I'm not torn. It's bittersweet. The day that I actually was cognizant of our political system, like truly beyond like teenage angst, like fuck the government, man, don't tell me how to live, can't censor me, PMRC, like fuck, you know what I mean? Beyond that fucking shit, like. The minute I realized, Bush Gore, Bush Gore, the hanging Chad.
Yeah, that's
oh my God. Yeah.
Was all of a sudden my whole
everywhere.
They changed everything. They changed the game.
My consciousness legitimately grasped onto the system and how skewed. It was whack then.
That was a fucking weird time.
It was whack then. And then you actually start paying attention and reading and shit, and you backtrack and you see how shit's all... The train was never, ever really on the track.
You want some perspective from the voice of fuckery? That's the voice of
Who's the voice of fuckery?
The voice of fuckery. No.
The voice of fuckery.
We use the voice of God on everything but this show because we drink too much, so it's the voice of fuckery.
I'm an atheist. I don't give a fuck. I'll say God if I want.
Well, okay,
God,
you can.
Dogma.
But me, I am the voice of fuckery. And it's funny because at 32 going on 33, this wonderfully fucked up country of mine,
that means his birthday,
has proceeded to give me an ultimate middle finger once every 16 years on Earth.
16 years.
And 16, I got W. Yes, the hanging Chad was my 16th birthday present.
That was enough for me.
And by comparison, now that we've gotten through that, and in 2 terms of one of the better presidents in history, President Barack Obama.
And Obama wasn't perfect.
And Obama was not.
He never claimed to be.
Obama was not perfect.
But he could at least speak elegantly enough for me to be like,
Obama was not perfect by no stretch.
I'm going to tell you right now. Obama wasn't perfect, but what I will say is that if you straight up hated him and you had no reasoning other, like, if you didn't like Obama and you couldn't express something that was policy related,
okay,
I just assume you're a racist.
All right.
So I will say
like,
that,
if you can sit here,
that is absolutely true.
I don't like Obama because of this part of the Affordable Care Act, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay,
I get that.
I can wrap my head around that.
But if you have nothing,
you come with anything, even anything less than something that's legit policy,
right?
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
And it was weird. It was like,
but I feel you.
Hold up now.
Obama turned on the lights, and the roaches were supposed to scatter, and then Trump got elected, and the roaches were like, "Nah, man, we're just gonna hang out."
Just remember
enjoy the show.
Okay,
enjoy the show.
All right, on that one.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Did I go too dark? A quick break.
Did I go too dark?
No.
Sorry.
But before we go to this break, because I got
cut his mic off.
shit, fool. Man, what's up, y'all? You watching this tape right now? I ain't make it. Either I'm a prisoner or worse, I'm dead. Either way, I'm gonna tell y'all the rules to this situation. Rule number 1, you have to be quick. Rule number 2, you don't fall down. Rule number 3, never ever, no matter what you do, look back. Y'all wish me luck.
And I'm headed to 7th and Kennedy, cause the bottles the cheapest, don't even bother putting them with me. Tequila, where the hell you been? You already know we get it in. You my bestest friend on the weekend. Look at what I love. Got a cup up in my hand when I'm walking to the club. Got Quavo clothes on, Julio Patron. Maestro the Belly got Grow Avion. Gone with your champagne. I said, what champagne got Patron, give me stamina. I said, gone with your champagne. I said, pour champagne, but tequila, give me stamina. Hey, you don't give a damn, pour another cup. Never chasing it, never throwing up. From my back of paper, never rolling blunts. Hold up, hey.
I'm out to take them peoples uptown. Tell them suckers gon' pipe down. I want your body like right now. Drinking tequila with the lights down. I said, ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby.
Patron, pinky, and Patron. Party chances, that's some freaking, that's some fighting going on. Hold up. What's your preference? I prefer tequila straight up like an erection. I propose that you proceed to giving me some nectar. I don't really need you, I'll see you later, please exit. Let's get reckless. Shots on shots, take them hoes, roll the shots, drop it like it's hot. Yes, this is what we do. Kill a corn, yes, hippie like beautiful. I'm so mother drunk, I'm kissing, feeling on you. Won't remember in the mall, man, that's what tequila do. Hold up, you don't give a damn, pour another cup. Never chasing it, never throwing up. From my back of papers, never rolling up. Hold up, hey.
I'm out to take them peoples uptown. Tell them suckers gon' pipe down. I want your body like right now. Drinking tequila with the lights down. I said, ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila,
I
baby.
said 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, 4
Ooh, tequila, baby.
I said 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila,
Tequila,
hold up, tequila, Uptown's finest, smoking on the line. Uptown's finest, smoking on the line. Uptown's finest, smoking on the line. Uptown's finest, hold up. Hey, if you don't give a damn, pour another cup. Hold up. If you don't give a damn, pour another cup. Hold up. You don't give a damn, pour another cup. Hold up. Hold up. Hey.
I'm out to take them peoples uptown. Tell them suckers gon' pipe down. I want your body like right now. Drinking tequila with the lights down. I said, ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. 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 I said, ooh, tequila. I said, ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. I said, ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, tequila, baby.
Damn, y'all. We gotta go back to the liquor store.
And we're back for the final segment. If I don't kill Mike, you got short. Hold on.
But can we get Killer Mike on here? one day?
T-Rex.
Get the camera. Get the camera.
Can we get Run the
camera
Jewels
there.
on here one day? Shout out
Reach
to
for
Run
it.
the
Reach
Jewels.
for it.
Real talk. If you get Run the Jewels on here, I'm gonna need to be on camera for that.
Yeah, if we get Run to Jules.
And then we need them.
I mean, if anybody out
Oh,
there,
I don't want
and also, if Run the
You don't mix
Jewels
brown
could
with
possibly be
brown?
on the lab Thursday nights, 12:30 a.m.
I think they might destroy you.
What? What happened?
I will come. They might.
I would
destroy-
let them destroy
Look,
me.
They might destroy me, or I might
What's
come out with
going
my
on?
greatest performance.
Mike, just be quiet.
Mike,
All right,
I said
first
Run
of
the
all,
Jewels.
Mike.
Like,
First of all,
Boo said we need to get Run the Jewels on the show. I also thought
And I said yes.
perfect
hell
time
yeah.
to shameless plug for the lab.
need to get Run the
12:30 a.m.
That would be amazing.
How
No,
much
If I
I
could
didn't
put
mean
it
to
on,
do it.
Caroline,
that would be awesome. And
there is
Marcus-
chaos
2019.
going on in the studio.
So let me.
Huh?
Of course it is.
2019.
Yes. Oh, who?
2019.
What about it?
Run the Jewels.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
I mean, if Black Hat can get them.
National Cannabis Festival.
I mean, I think we could. We have a shot. We just.
we tweet at them.
Well, I got a question. Like who?
How about
Hey,
we?
guys.
How about we just say
Who actually backs? Who like? Let me dive a little bit more personal into the festival. Like, where do you get the funds for fucking Cypress Hill or
So
Talib? And he played at Red Rocks though, so I mean,
yeah, no. I mean,
You
a
should know
combination
better
of
than
just
us.
like sponsorship and, money that I put together
Bless
when I
you.
first started putting on the festival.
but it's not your money, right? I hope not.
So I own the festival with.
Oh, I guess that's a good point.
Yeah,
that's your
no.
money, that's your money.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you. I'm proud of you. That's
Thank you.
awesome. I know. I like seeing people take their dreams and actually fucking make them something.
Well, no, and just to be clear, in this part, I'm not shy about the festival. If I'd known what I was doing in year one, like really known what I was up against, wouldn't have happened because really didn't know like how serious this shit was. But no, so that January, I basically in the fall of 2015, I had about $7,000 towards this whole thing.
Damn.
And in January, we launched a crowdfunding campaign,
Awesome.
and that got some of the money on the way.
So
But
how much roundabout, not direct, like how much does it take to put on a festival like this?
you could buy a condo in DC with it. The money to buy, like, put on a festival, depending on the scope of the festival. It
So
could be
Caroline
like
could
a
have said, "Fuck
really
yeah,
nice
I got
house.
a,
No,
I'm
but
living
I
right next to the Capital One Center."
What I really like, I mean, I like, it's not like, I think the festival, the concert itself is awesome, but I like the education part of it and the teaching and
The advocacy part
advocacy.
of it, I
Yeah,
think,
that's
is
the most
really,
beautiful
really
part.
important.
Most beautiful part of it all.
By the way, that's the
The
first
number
thing
one-
you walk into
the number
every
one
time you go
reason-
to these festivals. That's
Yeah,
a
the
good
number
thing.
one reason the detractors want to hate on it is because they think it's all about just
getting fucked
Getting
up.
fucked
Getting
up.
yeah, it's not.
you
And
know,
not
and
about
if they
that. And
if
that's
they
what they're
took a
finding
moment to
I usually shouldn't
understand.
interrupt from here, but I can be the one
If they took
also
them-
to remind that the two National Cannabis Festivals we thrown, not one incident, not in there one.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
that-
and I
and-
mean, and if they took a moment to think about it, if you are pro American business,
This is
if
the
you are
perfect
pro
American business
economy,
now.
if you are pro agriculture,
I've been
Yeah.
saying this
You
shit.
know,
I've been saying this shit for 10
like,
years. If we
if you
just
are
let it
pro
legalize
industry,
across the board,
if you are well, here,
We'll
I mean,
pull ourselves
you
out
see
of
it
this
happening.
debt.
You
Yeah.
see it happening. The dominoes are falling. States' rights are going to end up ruling out. If you want to start a real revolution,
fucking take
let 80% of the states legalize marijuana and the government say no and try to crack down.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You just the momentum is all. The avalanche is fucking happening.
It is
you know?
happening, and like I said, I don't smoke, but I support it. 100
Surf that
fucking
shit
100%.
or get the fuck
The
out,
seventh
out of the
largest
fucking way,
country
you know?
just legalized recreational marijuana.
I mean, stop. First of all,
the seventh.
California, 6th largest economy in the world. These motherfuckers already had money. They had oil. They had Hollywood.
the one
they
thing they
have
can say, fuck the country,
wine.
yeah.
They have they had everything. And then they went and did what Denver, what Colorado did. You know what I mean? And like, it's just
not
it's
hippies
just
anymore.
going to be money on top of money on top of money. And like, you could get into the whole, like,
And they undercut them.
there's a whole
the
thing
estimate,
where,
by the
like,
way.
once you get past that, you get into, who owns all of these businesses?
And that's
whatever.
what scares me. That's
You know
going
what?
to be.
Let's cross that bridge when we get to it.
But you know that bridge is coming.
I would much rather cannabis be legal nationwide, and then we tackle the
Really?
problem of the distribution.
But are you sure? Because
Well,
we
okay.
did that with the
I don't
.com,
I
and
don't
now
wanna
it's
speak-
like
I don't wanna
you
speak
don't
in
really see a
absolutes.
lot of people of color at the top of
I don't
like,
wanna
the
speak in
.com
absolutes.
issues.
She's right about that.
I don't want
we
to
just
speak in
lost net
absolutes.
So
neutrality.
in Maryland, they're doing something interesting
from
right now because basically the Maryland, the Congressional Black Caucus in Maryland has said that unless the state fixes the distribution of legal cannabis businesses as far as like diversity
Licenses and
Yes.
everything. Yeah.
they've said that they will not like
I-
participate in
that's-
legislative
I don't want to
sessions.
speak out of my depth and like.
Well, we still gotta
You
get
know.
the scheduling off of this. Like,
Yeah,
that's the
I
first.
mean-
That's
thing.
gotta
We
go.
can't-
We get it all
In
scheduled.
a perfect
Like,
world,
what
We
the
gotta be able
fuck?
to study it.
In a perfect world, a certain elf that should be in a tree making fucking shortbread
You
cookies
should be hanging from that tree.
will
I mean,
end up
right.
getting caught in.
He does
you know,
make delicious
Right?
cookies though. Those are,
hopefully,
I love a couple of cookies.
you know, he'll just get dragged down
They're
in some
good.
way, shape, or form.
I'm bringing
with this.
keyword
How they
elf
get you.
cookies next week.
And
I'm
you
bringing
know,
grasshoppers for everybody next week.
Grasshoppers.
Yeah, the mint.
So you're gonna be the cobbler? No.
Bitch,
the
we-
cobbler.
The cobbler? I'm coming out the
Look,
cobbler?
first of all,
You hear about the
liquor
gay
What was my
midgets?
safe word again?
You hear about the gay midget?
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan.
Why don't
He came out of the cabinet. No, nobody heard that. No.
Came out of the cabinet. Oh. All right, wait.
I'm
So
not
we
sure
gotta
your
set up
point,
this.
so-
We gotta set up this.
So we're gonna do something fun this week. So every week we discuss our stuff during the like production meetings, and then I had a separate meeting with the people who are gonna actually be on the show with me. And Boo came up with this brilliant idea of doing the celebrity
Don't know Adam
deathmatch.
Eidinger. So yeah, you know, I figured like you know, we're doing this thing here, and you know, while I do not, you know,
Get to the point.
yeah. Anyways, I thought it'd be fun have a little, you know,
Beavis
thing
and
where
Butthead
we
type
would, you know,
list.
we would put out a lunchtime quiz, as it were.
It was like a BuzzFeed
Okay.
list.
You know, no, because that would be like a list where I would have like 20 to 25.
I
Like,
got like 20 in
you
my
know
head.
how
I
you
got 20
know
in my
you're
head.
like this celebrity matchup or whatever. So, anyways, long story short, who would you like to fight or / see fight in a in terms of celebrities or / public figures?
Hold up. When you posed that question to me, it was like, who would you rather punch and then see fight?
No.
Punch?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I
have
know-
the text message, Boo.
No.
Who would you rather? Yeah.
Why do you
what,
wanna-
you didn't check my Facebook?
I
That
thought
was
this was
the
going to be
fight
Mary
already.
Fuck Kill.
Ooh.
That could be next.
That's
that could be
next. You
next.
want to come on
time.
next?
Next
Well, no,
time.
next
That could be
next week I'm in New Orleans, so
Hey, so Caroline, yeah,
So-
do come back on the 28th.
Oh, so are we
So
still
I
having
kind
the
of
show?
like
So,
Oh,
it sort of morphed the responses that I got,
Yeah,
which
it's a good
were
idea.
pretty entertaining.
I got you.
Sort of morphed more into the celebrity death match than the who would you rather, you know, fight. And we got some good ones on those, but and in no particular order. I got Harrison Ford versus Bannon, which I like
Ban-
because
Man,
you
it's
know
Indiana.
you have like, you know,
The
Han
Blotchy.
Solo.
So it's like no, it's
No,
like the
Indiana
Nazis.
Jones.
It's the
Indiana
Nazis, like
Jones.
Indiana
Yes,
Jones
that's
versus Nazis.
actually,
That's what it's like.
shout out to Jade Lauren because she was the one who sent that in. Yeah, 'cause
Blotchy
there was a
skin
whole like
versus-
yeah,
Yeah, I
that
like
tied
that.
in with
Mr.
Indiana
Blotchy.
Jones. And the
All right, so we're gonna read this list and we're gonna ask each of you like one or two or whatever. How if you got fucking 3, then 3.
and I mean, you know, we can if there's another break, we can kind of sort of vote on it then, and then like at the end we'll just announce the
I
quitter.
just love the fact
All
that
right,
you got Mr. Blotchy.
Mr. Josh Cohn, his Richard Simmons versus Mike Pence,
Wow.
which really
Richard Simmons is a slapping motherfucker.
Richard,
But I think Richard Simmons will win though.
Richard Simmons will win in
'Cause he
any
would kick the
situation.
shit
Richard
out of
Simmons
Mike
will
Pence.
wax Mike Pence. Right?
I mean, is it really
Hasn't he
about
been missing?
Is it really about who
He went.
wins?
He disappeared because he
or
got
is
in
it
some
about
trouble.
the spectacle?
Oh,
I mean, it's
He
definitely
made a
about
scene
who
on the
wins,
airplane.
on that
No, it's
one,
about the
who
spectacle.
wins?
but it's definitely. But
smack the shit out of somebody and kind of.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah,
Okay.
he had to disappear a little bit.
That's not good.
now, the question is, will Mrs. Pence be present when this goes down? Because
Well, I mean, is Richard the female version of for him? Or?
now,
No.
I'm going to say I took this. If this belongs to someone, and I think I came up with this, but yell at me and I'll square it up if I didn't. Betsy DeVos versus Michelle Obama.
That's not even. That's not. See, that's not.
It's
That's
not
like.
that
about
cool.
who's going to win or
That's
lose.
like
it's
me
about
fighting
what
Hulk
you wanna
Hogan.
see.
I don't want to see. I don't
It's
want to
not-
see Michelle fighting.
I don't feel like
Is that a
Michelle.
good
I feel like
That's
Michelle would
fine.
rip her,
That's
like
fine,
literally rip her
but
head
hey,
off.
I didn't
And
submit
shit in
these.
her-
I didn't submit these. Now this one kind of like almost flew under the radar. Richard Spencer versus Tiny Lister, aka Debo.
Hey!
Oh yeah, I
I'm
want to see
with
that.
the shits.
I mean, like a dark horse.
Yeah.
Some dark horse shit.
That's my favorite.
Shout out to Charlotte Dawn.
I'm a little confused about this one. You know why? Because I actually didn't like Debo. I hated Debo.
I fuck with Debo. So.
No,
Did you think Debo was a
Here's
real
the thing.
character?
No, because
You hated Debo until
Listen,
I was in
Debo
like,
was
Hold on, what
on-
movie?
I was in like
Eh,
fourth
eh.
grade.
What
when this
movie
came
was that
out,
with Hulk
so-
Hogan? The Hulk Hogan, no arms, no bar, no.
No Holds Barred?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, when he was the bad guy in that
Bad
shit.
guy against Hulk Hogan.
Zeus.
Yeah.
Tiny Zeus. Shout out to
I haven't
shout out to
seen
Debo.
that.
Debo.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the $1 Million Man?
Yeah, Zeus was.
Actually, you know what? There was one on here that I was gonna. I don't know.
No, fuck that. Run it.
I got one for
Take that.
for Oprah versus Trump.
That's kind of like a.
Just like, and I felt like, you know what? When I in my
Hey,
sorry, Danny, but like when I wrote it down,
Oprah wax him. So
I'm talking.
with
This
it.
is Fight Club. This is like
that
dirty,
is a-
dirty
this is-
basement.
All right, let's what's the next?
Yeah,
what's
let's
the
do
next?
it. Let's
Southside
go.
Chicago.
All right, now this one here, I gotta say, I'm a big fan. Uma versus Harvey Weinstein.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's a good
A
one.
little
That's a-
Kill Bill action.
Yeah.
That is a spectacle,
That- I
and
mean,
you want to
that's-
see
that's
the
good.
winner.
I'm
I
not gonna
feel
lie.
somebody
That
just wanna
shit
see
makes
her
me
win.
like tingly.
Yeah.
It does.
Like that.
Right in the taint.
Now,
Kind of like
wait
down
a
in the
sh-
taint.
sh- sh-
You feel it?
She would
Now-
slice
now-
you through
now-
there. That wouldn't-
Wiggle your big toe.
Marcus.
You know what I'm saying?
My name is Chuck, and I like
Very
to
nice.
fight.
Yo, honestly, when like people want to hate on Kill Bill 2, but when she punched her way out of the coffin, which by the way, being buried
shit was
alive
dope.
is
That
on
was-
That's
my
gotta
short
be-
list of ways I do not
Oh,
want to
yeah,
die.
yeah.
It was
Punching
like,
your way out of a fucking coffin
it
and
was
then
a
just going and
6-inch
fucking up a whole
punch.
slew of people.
Yeah, right.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
she did
boom.
her damn
It was a
thing.
6-inch punch. She was like,
Oh yeah, the 3-inch punch.
the 3-inch
The
punch.
3-inch
like,
punch. Shout out
like
to Bruce Lee,
literally
rest
just
in
to
peace.
break. Oh,
But yeah, like Uma versus Weinstein.
All right,
that's
what's up next? What we got next?
That's sassy. I like that.
like sassy.
Well, a personal favorite for mine because I really love one, and I've never been able to understand why one was ever even remotely given any fucking juice at all. Bjork versus Yoko.
I'm good on this. I'm good on this.
What would they fight each
I'm
other
rooting for
with?
Björk because that's my homegirl.
Oh,
I love-
dude,
I
Army of One.
I love her.
Let's
Oh, I'm
go,
sorry, as the kids would say,
Let's go.
hashtag Army of One.
Yeah, she
Like-
her like she reminds me of the DJ Kyoki. Like both in their own little worlds are so fucking far out there.
Well, I mean, Kyoki at least understands what melody and a fucking like
That's why I
tune
fuck
is
with
like.
Kyoki.
You know, I mean,
Kyoki's-
I equate Yoko to cats in a wood chipper.
Yeah, she should have just
Like,
fucking.
it's
She should.
true,
She
you
should have been
know?
smacked. She should have been shot, not Lennon.
No, don't.
Oh, see, that's
Well, too soon. Oh, too soon.
damn.
Too soon.
Too
That
soon?
that was too soon for you guys.
But
Not
Lennon was
only
still.
shit.
Hold
Fuck
up.
you guys.
No, I mean, like, and you know,
Seriously, would you not want her shot as opposed to him?
I don't want
All right,
anyone.
you
I
know
don't
There's
want.
nobody.
Marcus
I don't
is
worry
your
about it.
assist.
Whatever. Fuck
I've had
off.
a gun pulled on me.
I think
don't
Fight
mind
Club.
that.
Not
I've
Kill
been
Club.
shot at too, and it sucked. It's
This is one
take
love
one,
massive.
please.
Okay.
Andy Dick
Marcus
versus Perez
shot.
Hilton.
that was my favorite one on the list.
Andy Dick
I
versus
like that.
Perez Hilton. Anybody?
I like that. I like that.
Hold on,
Andy
Andy Dick.
Dick.
Now would that
Andy
turn
Dick
into, would that
kick
turn
his
into an
ass.
orgy, or would that just be?
First of all, I want Andy
Two
Dick to die
shots.
on a Wednesday.
Well, first of all,
I'm
I
going
think
to
it
Denver.
has to be them at like
sorry,
3
I hate
a.m.
him.
on a fucking
bender,
like.
like what I
Yeah.
did last night.
Every
yeah.
time I think about Andy Dick, I think about Pauly
I'm
Shore.
I'm talking like hour 62.
Does it have to be one-on-one?
No,
No.
we can do survival
No,
series and shit.
Like
Can we
Ann
do
Coulter
Andy-
versus Kellyanne Conway versus Sarah Palin?
Ooh.
That'd be hot lesbian action right there.
Can
That's
we do,
when you just like
Can I
root
see that in
for
a
the
lesbian scene?
sinkhole.
Can we do Andy Dick
Biden.
versus Pauly Shore?
Biden, okay.
and
All right, so that is that the last one on the
Wait,
list?
wait. Andy Dick versus Pauly Shore versus who?
Cheech and Chong. Because I want to
Yo,
I want to see them
Yo,
all
I'll-
die.
I'll
So now we're getting into tag
They
teams.
fucked up the marijuana community, by the way.
Hey,
I want to see them
hey,
all
hey,
die. I just wouldn't see
I'll
them
boot.
die.
I'll bootleg that.
You bootleg that one?
I'll jack that feed.
All right, Santos. Anybody you want? Hey, Santos, who you want to say?
Um,
Do you have anybody?
I want to see Donald Trump versus Roy Moore versus.
Dude, what about no? You know what? Nobody.
Jeff Sessions versus.
All right, see now you're just throwing Republicans in the hat and trying to put them in a blender.
No.
Oh no, I'm about to go international. Don't get.
Do you know what nobody has said? And shame on you,
Mine's still the best. One.
everyone.
All right, hold on.
Nobody said Trump versus fucking Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie will win.
She would
Dank.
fuck him
She's
up,
hard.
Dank,
right?
dank,
Rosie is
dirty
hard.
basement, and just a
Better yet-
rack of motherfuckers standing in a circle
Why-
and just screaming
why-
their faces
why-
off.
Rosie ain't got a
Why
show.
were you on
Nowhere
the
to
Trump
run.
Why we're on the Trump
Nowhere to
combination
run.
list, I see your Trump.
Nowhere to run.
Rosie O'Donnell. And I will go with one of the first people who was offended the second Donald Trump became a political force.
Marcus.
That's obvious. Does it count?
No.
Wait, Paul Logan. Who's
Jose
Paul Logan?
Andres. His
And-
chef.
and-
Cheech Chong versus Helen.
His chef would have been his chef at the Trump Hotel until he ran for president.
Till he said Mexico has nothing but
Exactly.
drug
Which is what he said as he announced he was running for president.
Oh, that was it, huh?
That was the first thing he said out of his mouth when he said, "I'm running for president," and yet this some bitch is the president.
Dude, these
What the
fucking
fuck,
comments
son?
are
True.
ridiculous.
Like,
So who do you
This is how you know Santos
All
is
right.
drunk when he says "son of a bitch."
Did you say Cinnabon? Is that Cinnabon?
Antifa.
You know that was a good one.
touche, Mike. Touche.
You
You
know,
like my new pug scarf?
That's just sweet.
yeah, I like that. That's
very
like
nice.
shout out to Pug DC.
Pug,
Pug
can you bring us?
DC.
Can
Nice.
you bring us 5
Yeah.
more? of those?
You know what? I'm
That
gonna
Yeah,
throw,
I
you know
actually
what I'm gonna
cost
throw?
me money, so no.
I would
How-
like to see
Hey,
20.
and
your
I-
money
I'll be seeing
gets
you,
us
Pug.
5 more for free.
I'd like to see Angela Rye versus Tommy Lauren.
Angela Rye versus
I
Tommy
hate
Lauren.
Tommy
And
Lauren.
if you don't know who either of these ladies are,
That's wonderful.
definitely Google Angela Rye. She's a beast, and hopefully she won't be mad at me for
Tommy
not
Lauren-
throwing her
Tom-
name.
Not
Tommy
that
Lauren
necessarily-
is.
She's not
You don't know
even
who Tommy Lauren
You know
is,
what?
then you're
Not to
living a
necessarily hop
blissful
on Donald
existence.
Trump, but
No, that's. I mean,
But
that's
Tommy
his
Lauren
bliss.
That's the you don't know who
Hey,
she is.
She's an oxymoron. She's a walking oxymoron.
If
Hey,
you don't
Boo,
know
can
who
I get
Donald Trump is,
versus Don Lennon?
Don Lemon.
Don
Lemon
Not
versus
been able to
Trump.
get that name right
No,
all
okay,
night.
okay. Stop. The
You
only
called
way you
him
could do
everything.
the only way you could do Lemon versus Trump is that it has to be at like 11. Well, I don't know. Trump's in bed by like fucking 7.
No,
Lemon
he's
is
not.
Lemon's a little bitch. So
Well,
I
he
can't
wakes back
believe-
up at 2 to watch TV, right?
Fact.
All right, so Don Lemon versus Trump at 2 a.m.
But Don Lemon.
about
Well,
with
hold
you.
on.
Shit,
Omarosa
but-
versus Trump?
Oh, I would have.
Oh.
I would have paid. I would have paid money.
I wouldn't pay money for that. 'Cause she's
Or
gonna-
no, I feel like she
I-
would have
I-
really
she-
had
Minimal money, like
Kelly's,
pay-per-view money.
for
I'm not
nothing.
I feel like
anything
she
I
would've gone
hated
after
him.
Kelly.
No, 'cause-
whoa. Okay,
Hold up.
wait. I think
Omarosa versus
Omarosa
Or
versus
was it,
Kellyanne.
like anyone.
Eddie
Ooh,
Can-
yeah.
Omarosa
against Kellyanne.
versus
No, but
Kellyanne.
Caroline, like
Yeah.
the Omarosa
Yeah.
and Trump thing. Here's the thing about Omarosa. She's shown her colors like 3 times, right?
Fact.
I feel
And
no
her
sympathy
colors
for
has
her.
always been like,
I feel no sympathy for her.
Fuck
None.
you,
None.
Trump.
None.
I feel
But when
no
you got
sympathy for her.
money, I'm gonna come to you. That's
Anybody-
sad. I don't want to say
anyone-
anything about anybody.
How about this?
But
How about
Omarosa.
this? How about this? Let's just
She's
draw
like
a
that.
line in the sand right now.
But she would take that fight.
And we're getting off our celebrity fight thing. We'll
It
vote
will,
on this at the.
It will grow.
Pick a winner, but like, just seriously, let's just draw a line in the sand right now. Anyone who has ever talked shit about Trump, who is an elected official in Congress, who has then turned around and voted for his fucking whack ass bullshit policies, it doesn't matter what the fuck you have to say. Your word means nothing. Collins, McCain, you know,
And
whether
McCain-
you're retiring, whether you're running
What's
in
the
2018,
New Jersey
if you
guy?
voted for this tax bill,
It's kind of fat, right?
it doesn't matter. I don't want to hear shit.
Porkly.
You might as
Pork-
well
more
be
pork.
a Nazi. You might as well.
But did you hear what
you are
Flake called him?
nothing else.
Is it Flake or
Flake?
Flake. Yeah.
Flake.
He called him,
Flake.
Flake called him Stalin today.
Yeah, but you know what though? He's
Yeah.
he's
Nice.
We're talking about Huckabee. Oh,
he voted for the fucking tax bill though.
no, because he's talking about people that
no,
like,
fuck
talk
Jeff
shit
Flake
about.
too.
Yeah, no, I
Fuck
know.
Jeff Flake
So
too.
Flake came
Jeff
out,
Flake
had that
voted-
he had that beautiful fucking
Jeff Flake
beautiful
voted
speech.
for the tax bill.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
him
Jeff
too.
Flake voted for
But
the
how about-
tax
how about
bill.
when
He
McCain-
is getting fucking paid some way, shape, or form.
Absolutely.
Fuck him.
But see, McCain got all this.
Allegedly.
Everybody
Allegedly.
made a big deal about King.
By the way,
how
Huckabee
he
gave
dropped.
up his
Will you
daughter.
shut the fuck up in the corner?
Hey,
Ooh.
Huckabee gave her his daughter.
Jesus.
Everyone
Do your
take
shot.
a shot.
Hey, Mike, you had
Yes,
like
what
3
the lady
shots on
said.
you.
I'm drunk already.
We can
Tough
tell.
break for you.
Welcome
Jay.
to the DC as Fuck Show. So everybody made a big deal about how McCain basically dropped the mic on the fucking reform, and yet he turns around and does this bullshit.
He didn't
So fuck
vote
him.
on the tax bill. He was absent, but they had enough
He
votes.
was absent.
Oh, he wasn't on
because
that one.
He didn't
Yeah, he had
vote
no-
on the tax bill
McCain was like,
because he had just gotten out of
McCain been
surgery.
on-
But
McCain
No,
been
that was
on
I thought that was the
Trump.
healthcare.
They had
Okay.
Democrat votes.
Because remember, he
Yeah.
showed up at the end of the healthcare and then dropped the mic and everybody.
it doesn't matter.
Okay,
it doesn't
he came
matter.
back
It
and
doesn't
basically
matter
said,
because in the
"Trump, fuck you,
tax
bro."
plan that they passed, they fucking nuke the individual mandate. Which, by the way, the mandate was fucking me. I can't afford healthcare.
Same here.
And I was getting fucked by the mandate. It is the most double-edged swords.
It's sad. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Our
One
entire
of the very
fucking
few
system
things I'm not mad
is
that's
fucked up.
gone.
And if we just taxed the rich motherfuckers, the one, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
the way that we should, we could actually provide enough
For everybody.
for everybody.
Right.
Not trying to be a socialist. You know,
fuck
I still
that.
believe in freedom of speech. I still believe in small people making money. Like you know.
Do you know how much the corporate
But-
tax rate is? It's like
damn
damn
much.
to 21% now.
Yeah.
It's like really bad.
Anyways, anyone who is talked shit about Trump, been offended by anything that he said,
That backs him up. So
and then backed up his fucking shit, you are not only you're just complicit. You're
You're a part of the problem.
complicit.
You're fucking
You
part
are
of the problem.
complicit in the fucking deterioration of this fucking country. You are complicit in xenophobia. You are complicit in, you know, corporate fucking interest taking precedent over the betterment of the community. You know what I mean? And like, unfortunately for them, we have access to all of this information now. We can see all of this, you know, right here. And, you know, the whole fake news thing is a trend. You know what I mean? The whole you cannot live on fake news. You cannot hide behind fake news
Shots.
forever. You can't. Eventually the truth comes out.
So
Sanchez was asleep for a second.
Eventually, hopefully,
I'm
eventually,
not on camera. That doesn't count.
hopefully, common sense rings out and
Yeah.
you know rings true. And
Well, like I said, having these douchebags out there, you kind of force the common sense into the.
I mean, can I just ask one question? If you are a woman, whether you're a woman of color or not, and you are in Congress, you are a senator, you are a representative, and you're of the Republican Party, how in the world can you be okay with like a handful of these fucking like old white dudes
Who've been ruling the world for fucking these long.
speaking?
you
know
have
what I
no
mean?
morals and you want more millions.
How would you like? How are you in a healthcare thing? Like we're talking about children. If you're
They don't give a fuck. Their
if
health
you
care's
are-
paid. Their children's
I mean,
paid.
Betsy
10 times
DeVos-
over.
I'm trying not to paint a fucking wide fucking brush and try to maybe
It's
just
not a
give
wide brush.
somewhat of a benefit of
You
a
want
doubt.
me to do it?
And that
Fuck white people.
Every single, you know, I'm trying not to assume that every single
it's not a wide
fucking
brush,
female
Brian.
Republican member of Congress doesn't give a shit about children and old people.
Lobbyist.
You know,
Money.
Yep.
are they throwing that much money that these
Yeah.
people won't stop and be like, man, why can't I be on this committee to fucking,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
work shit out. Like, the Democrats are not perfect. They're fucking pussies.
Yes.
Pussies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pussies. And I'm sorry.
They are.
I loved Obama. But, like, that whole time when you had the majority and y'all were trying to play nice with a bunch of motherfuckers
Fuck
who
playing nice, put your
basically
foot on their throat and
we're
kill
like,
'em.
we don't give a flying
Kill 'em.
fuck what you say
Kill
or
'em.
do. We are not going to get down with you.
Not shit.
I don't care if you're trying to help my grandmother or not. Paul Ryan can eat a fucking bag of donkey
I would
dicks.
love to, you know what? I would love
Mister,
to meet
I
him.
was raised on fucking public fucking this and that, and then you're going on some Ayn Rand, like, you know, you want to take it away from people. Like, this shit's fucking bonkers. But if you're a female and you are a Republican and you are in Congress and you have a vote and you have a say and you are not sitting here and just completely fucking blown away. You know, I saw this woman she was a Haitian child of, she was the daughter of Haitian immigrants. And she was a Republican representative from Utah. And it took her, she paused when the dude asked her if she thought Trump's comments about calling her home country, her parents' birthland in Africa, a shithole. She paused for like 2 fucking seconds before she finally just said yes. And that is like the fucking state of the world we live in. Like, that is the shit we really have to wrap. This fucking crazy motherfucker is going to say and do all kinds of fucking shit.
Yeah, but-
He's going to be like, hey, he thinks it's a show now. We get it. We get it.
He's
He
always
thinks
thought
it's a
that.
show. But it's the motherfuckers that actually know how to work the system. Impeaching Trump, Yeah, okay, that solves one problem. But now you have Pence, who actually knows how to work the system, who's actually down.
And he's been doing it.
Who's actually down with all these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, he stands everything to fucking gain. People always like to joke about how, like, Pence looks at Trump so longingly. It's because he wants to fucking be
He wants to beat him. What do you think?
him. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, I let you rant. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Fucker. You feel better now?
Oh.
You want a hug?
I mean,
I'll,
always.
I'll give you a hug.
Dude, I will hug.
I'm a hugger.
I'll hug all you.
I'm
Everyone's
I'm
getting
a
hugs
hugger.
before
All
this
right.
is over. Sorry, y'all.
Hugs, not drugs. So it's like, what do you guys think? What do you think? What's going on?
I mean, there's a lot to absorb in everything you just said, and like, and a lot of it is stuff I think that we're all in agreement of, and probably need to speak louder on.
I guess like part of me just worries that while we're worried about the shithole, like what's he trying to pull?
That's you always.
It's always a distraction.
Yeah, and
always a
unfortunately,
He's
that's
the,
where
like, so that's
We've
what I
been through
noticed.
this before.
Always.
I noticed that with the Bush and Gore, or Bush, so you gotta be fucking saying Bush and Gore, the Bush and Cheney situation. But with this situation with him, I think everything he does is just a counter. Like, what's he doing when all the shit's like the Muslim ban or whatever's going on? He's making this big thing. What are they passing through? I mean, what do you think?
I don't even know. It just feels like one big Ponzi scheme. Though.
There's
Like,
smoke and
I mean-
mirrors to it. There's
Yeah.
definite smoke and mirrors.
I mean, I honestly, like, I have not, I'm not going to give props to the book that has Scrotus so enraged. I've read some of it. He definitely has a love affair with commas and hyphens. Is, you know, the content of it is overwhelming. It's not the easiest read in the world per se. Because it definitely gets a little long-winded. But this guy literally is like, it's almost like a parrot.
He's a cheeseburger.
He's a parrot.
motherfucker.
It's like a parrot. Like the last
He's a
thing
big
that you
kid.
say to him, the last thing that you say to him is the last thing that he will repeat if you put a microphone in front of his face. You know, and I don't know what a censure is. They're talking. If someone can tell me, they're talking about, you know, putting a censure on him for behavior
Well, they need to do more
unbefitting
censor. They need to do more than
unbefitting of a
censor.
president.
Here's the thing. I've hung out and met a lot of famous people in my time, and what I've always noticed from the people who I've met who are celebrity status is that when they become famous or celebrity, where they don't have to care about their money anymore, whatever age I feel like they became famous at is where they're stuck in.
Well-
So if you look at millionaires or people who've had money who hadn't had to work for shit, they're children. Like Michael Jackson, perfect example. Why do you think that motherfucker had animals and fucking Ferris wheels and shit in his house? And
Oh, bubbles.
Well, that's why his kids, who everyone thought were going to be like, you know, maybe they'll like even him out and be the voice of reason. That's why they're scarier than he is, because they have even less life experience.
I don't
than
know
he
anything
does.
about his
As far as,
kids.
like,
I
the
can't-
world.
I
Just
can't
use-
wait till Blake comes out and make a
I don't
hit
know.
song.
I don't know.
just, dude,
That's
just
crazy.
use, just use logic. You have fucking almost a billionaire. You have 3 kids that I don't know if he birthed or spermed any of them. Fucking like what? Like, I think
feel
about
like
it.
we're
Think about it.
getting-
I've earned everything I've had to get in my life. Like I had great parents. I had a good setup. Like I never really had to struggle too much if I did. But I've worked for everything I fucking had. These little fucks haven't worked for shit, and we know that. I mean, come on, you're Michael Jackson's kids. You just say Michael Jackson, like, oh, get in. You say Kardashian, get in. You know what I'm saying? So fuck that. Like, I mean, so that's like Warren Buffett. One thing I respect about him, he never gave his kids shit. He's like, they're not earning my inheritance. I'll give them jobs, but I'm not giving them my money because they'll never earn shit. They'll never be shit in their life. Yeah, that's my rant on that, motherfucker. So I want to get back to this fucking list. I have some I want to put on there.
Yo, what do you want to add to the list?
Well, I told you guys already. I want to do Rocket Man versus Rocket Man.
So Elton John versus Kim Jong Un.
Yes.
I like that. That's good.
Yes,
That's
I
good.
win.
I like
Do
that.
I win? Do I win?
I like that.
No. Nick, you got anything? Michael, you got anything back there?
Oh, I do got one thing though. Oh shit.
Stop talking.
I got Johnny Depp
Oh,
versus Wonder Woman.
wait, versus Gal Gadot.
Yes.
Because they look alike?
No, because like his ass,
Whoa,
he
whoa,
needs to get a
Whoa.
thorough. Oh, that's bad.
Whoa.
He needs to get a thorough ass whooping for what he did.
That
all.
seriously deserved way more woes than that. But for real, really,
Was that sexist?
what the fuck did Gal Gadot do to you,
No,
man?
he's a white beater. It's a white beard.
Oh, I know he is.
Yeah, I'm
I,
just saying. I just want
How-
Wonder.
no.
I
How
want him
about
to see the fury of Wonder Woman coming down on him.
I am not one to advocate someone getting their ass kicked for over accessorizing, but if I was ever going
God.
to,
I want a magnet near him.
it would be Johnny Depp.
Really?
Dude.
Wait, I feel
He's
like
really bad.
He's a little fucking ridiculous.
all I can see is Pirates of the Caribbean.
Exactly.
I've
And that's how he dressed normally.
It's like
That is true. He does. That is how he dresses normally.
It's like when somebody like from like when a method actor immerses themselves
like
in a
the perfect
character
method actor.
to the point where you can't tell where they stop and
I
the
feel
character.
like that's what happened
like,
with Hunter S. Like his Hunter S. Thompson, like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
No,
Like, he never stopped
No,
talking.
I feel like he
But
adopted.
he never stopped talking.
He adopted way
He did in
more.
that movie.
He adopted way more Captain Jack than Hunter S.
See,
He might have some Hunter
'cause
S in
it's
the
getting-
beginning,
Such a good
but he's
Yeah,
way
well,
more Captain Jack. And
I
the fact
understand
that
I
he
read a
has-
bunch of Hunter S. books before.
okay.
Even
He's
before that
getting
movie came
paid
out.
more as Captain Jack.
Well,
So first of all,
and I want to throw. I want to throw this out there to
I
submit.
will be Captain Jack all day.
I want to throw this out there to submit my theory.
Okay.
He's always loved Keith Richards, and Captain Jack is modeled after Keith
it really?
Richards,
No, you
and
said
Keith
that,
Richards
yes.
was on there
I didn't-
as his father.
Yeah, he was.
That's so gay.
That's
But
good,
Captain
yeah.
Jack is dope. I don't like Johnny
I've never
Depp.
seen any of them. So
And so, like, if Johnny Depp could choose to, you know what I mean? Like,
if he could be
I
anybody,
don't
he'd be
want him to be
dude,
one
that
and the
is,
same.
he's skating that fine line between whoever the quote unquote real Johnny Depp is and
How about Keith Richards versus
Keith
Little
Richards is
Richards?
dope.
Keith Richards versus
Little Richard, that's good.
That's a good one.
Actually, yeah.
Wait,
Boom! I created piratism. Okay, I didn't get that one. You didn't get that one? No. He always said he created something.
You crying?
That's a bad one. Okay, never mind. I created piratism.
Pyrism?
Yeah, because
Turn around. Turn around.
Is that being...
Michael? Turn
a
around.
pirate, like you know,
Michael, turn around.
no
Get in the corner, Michael.
piracy. Yeah, I guess
Get in the
so.
corner.
I don't.
Get in the corner.
He's in the corner.
I'm already here.
See,
What the
that's,
fuck?
that's another time we do shots when we put Mike
whoa,
in the
whoa,
corner.
whoa! I got one.
Shots.
Tanya Harding versus
O.J. Simpson.
Nancy Kerrigan.
Oh my god, I would love
Jodie
to see
Arias.
Oh my god, I would love to see that.
Oh, I started watching some of that shit that I knew, dude. Do you know what do you know about her? Have you guys seen any of that thing about? Have you seen anything about the Jodie Arias shit? That crazy bitch. I don't use
Well,
the B
everybody
word.
knows.
I don't like using the B word.
Well,
but
let's see. Everybody
she's
my
crazy.
age,
Yes.
everyone
I remember
my
that story.
age knows who Tanya Harding is, and everyone who's everyone
cool.
else's age in the room
Do you guys?
knows.
Do you know how
Jodie
psychotic Jodie Arias is? I mean, like, what she did.
Yeah,
They just
no,
showed
it's
like the
wild.
whole thing where like while she was in like
But she
While she was
stabbed
in
this dude, and
questioning,
she's like just letting her come
27 times, and
I
like
thought-
while she was in questioning,
And then
or
like
whatever,
dyed her hair and
Yeah.
like took a drive.
And while she
Took
was
a
in
drive to
questioning, she was like
California.
laughing and doing headstands or
Yeah.
whatever. But
Like that's a psychotic motherfucker. Crazy. I think
but
she
yeah,
might
like
fuck
there was a
Tanya
whole
Harding
thing
up.
about
She might
Tanya
fuck-
Harding
These
wanting
were
an
just too talented.
How
There's a whole
about-
thing with Tanya Harding
one
wanting an
talented
apology.
Tanya Harding just wanted to be light. That's all she wanted.
I mean, she was a dope skater that's fucked up.
She just
one
had.
time.
She just got. She didn't even fuck up. It was her fucking husband.
No. They no.
No, she fucked
No,
up.
it was a family
Yeah.
affair. It was her and her husband.
I was
I
talking
just
about
remember
at
the
the
time
trials.
I really
That's what
didn't
I'm
want it
talking
to be
about.
true. I
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah, I was.
No,
I'm
yeah.
talking
no.
about when she fucked up as a skater.
No,
I'm not
no.
talking about anything
I
At
else.
the
thought
risk.
Nancy
At
Kerrigan
the
was
risk.
annoying as a human.
She was annoying as fuck.
Yeah,
But-
it's like
but-
you're
but-
annoying.
By the
Can I
way,
ask a question? Can I
shout
ask a
outs to the
question?
movie Bronze. There's a movie about that situation. And
Why
It's called
did how
Bronze.
come
I thought
there's no
not
name-
I,
is that a na-
Tanya.
Is that the
Isn't
Nancy,
that the new one?
That's
is that the
I,
Nancy
Tanya.
Kerrigan movie?
It's like it's not a Nancy Kerrigan
Why
movie.
is there no Nancy Kerrigan movie?
Because she's fucking annoying.
Because she's annoying. So
Yeah.
no one
She's
wants
an
to see
annoying
that.
little pesty white girl that we
Remember
they
took
made
the
a
chick
movie
pull
called
off her
Bronze.
silver medal and stomp off the ice or something?
She's a
and
little
cry?
princess fucking that we know none of
Yeah.
us like. Do you like her?
No.
Okay, yeah. I didn't think so.
Ed Norton versus Brad Pitt.
And
No,
Norton
that
versus-
they already
The
fall.
real
They
They
already
Michael
did
Jordan.
that.
already fall. They already
Like-
fall. What the
Same
fuck, yo?
I mean,
No.
MTV did that already.
I'm sure there have been other ones that have been scrolling through here, but
Yeah, you had like
I'm
200
old
fucking
and I
things. I'm
can't-
like, no, I'm not
I
doing
can't
that.
keep up. And somebody put Molester Thunderdome, which I can't remember what that was.
Molester Thunder.
It was something like Roy
It just
Moore
sounds
versus like someone else.
Kevin
Jared
Spacey.
Fogle.
Who? Sheriff.
So,
Jared from
oh,
Subway.
that's another thing.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
hey,
Oh God!
Yeah.
Oh God!
That's a good one.
Wait! Can we throw some like starved hyenas in the fucking mix too, just to like keep
To
that
make things
interesting,
round it out.
keep that
Spicy.
lively,
Why
keep
the
that
fuck-
spicy. I like it.
They might really enjoy that, yeah.
They would like it.
How you say his name? Sheriff Arpaio?
Arpaio.
Arpaio, yeah.
Somebody had
that dude, he's a
someone who had
fucking-
already submitted one.
He's a twat.
Arpaio versus Samuel L. Jackson, which after watching Hateful Eight, after watching Hateful Eight, I'm
that's-
kind of
movie
mad
messed me
I
up.
didn't submit into
I
the
get to see.
running.
I get to see him slapping the shit out of like Arpaio.
All I know is I never want to die like that.
I feel like most
Ever, ever,
boring
ever,
fight
ever.
would be like Ben Carson versus Howard Dean.
Ben,
Oh God.
no, stop.
How do you be screaming at him?
Caroline.
Come on.
That would be like a. That'd be like two. That'd be like two little kittens fighting
Who
each
was the
other.
guy
with
They
that-
no
would like
nails.
mime at each other.
No. Who was the guy that ran with McCain? Who? McCain. With
McCain
Howard
can't-
Dean?
No, who was the guy
McCain
that was
can't
he had-
fight nobody
He was
right
like a
now.
fucking tree. He was one of those tree folk people from fucking
Tree folk.
Democrat.
Hippies.
Oh my god, he's a war hero too, and I feel really bad. I can't remember his
John
name.
Kerry.
That John
Yeah.
Kerry is a
Who was
warrior.
John Kerry's running mate?
He was a tree
No.
person.
Oh,
Who
Dean.
was John Kerry's running
Dean.
mate?
John Edwards.
John Edwards, yeah.
Yeah.
He hid in the bathroom.
John Edwards.
Damn.
What are
In
you
the
thinking?
bathroom.
Right, remember?
Shit. Oh
Because
my
they
God.
found him visiting the
Yeah.
hotel.
The
with his
Wi-Fi is failing
baby's
me.
mama,
No.
so he hid
I'm
in the
not.
bathroom
Alright, stop.
from the paparazzi.
Oh my god!
Why are
Somebody
you
help me
failing
out!
at
I'm
life?
dying. I'm
You're
crashing. and
failing
burning
in life here. You need to do a
How
shot.
did they get to the bathroom if they got?
It's in the
He was in the
hotel.
hotel, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Have you
like,
been to a hotel? Have you
well,
ever been to a
stop,
to the
stop,
hotel?
hotel, but like, how did you get through the hotel?
Sheriff Arpaio versus Sheriff Clark.
Ooh.
Again, I'm going to introduce starved hyenas into this.
Okay, I really want to introduce one right now. So Roy Moore versus Mr. Joe Clark from Lean on Me.
Oh, wow!
You smoke crack, don't you?
Now it was supposed to be somebody like it's supposed to be real people, but I'm going to give that a pass. I'm going to give that a pass.
Cold Blue, Cold Blue. I'm sorry, I just had to do that one time.
I want Tony Robbins to fight somebody
Tony Robbins.
because he's like 7'8".
He's a ginormous. He got reach.
He got he's
Yeah, he do got reach.
How about Tony Robbins against Shaq? Because they're both big as shit.
Tony Robbins.
He might fuck Shaq up because he does all that spiritual shit. And
Like,
fucking-
yeah, cause like Shaq got fat, so
and Tony Robbins
Yeah.
is not. He's a fucking philosophy
I
speaking
get-
motherfucker.
he might know
Will
a
destroy
philosophy. Like,
Did you see his
punch.
Netflix special?
No.
We had like a Netflix. It's like I'm not your fucking guru. Was the name of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you know,
That was
Have you
actually
seen
really
it-
good. That was
Have you
actually
seen his TED special?
Yeah, I've read his books and shit. I like him as an author. He's actually really interesting to read.
I
And
definitely
follow.
now want to read that.
Oh yeah,
He's a really good author. Like so at one point, like I mean, I was staying up late all the time, and so I think I quit drinking for like a year. I quit drinking for like a year, and nothing. This was like
As
10 years ago.
Caroline Yarn, she's like,
I'm like,
yeah,
"Woo,
Did you just yawn? Are you getting bored?
I did it
No,
first.
I
not
just
do a
like,
shot.
you know, it's a
Let's
little
do a
past
shot. Let's do-
9:30
let's do a
my
shot.
normal
Let's do a
time.
shot.
9:30.
So no,
Pass.
Lieberman. Sorry.
John
means-
Lieberman.
I had, like,
Joe
Joe
Lieberman.
Here's my problem. I had like
You're
a total.
all over the
oh,
fucking
dude, you don't
place.
even understand how fucking mad I was. Just
I just watched your
mad
brain go over
thumbing,
shit.
like yeah.
Joe Lieberman. Speak slower.
There was a point in time where like that was basically the alternative. Who was the equivalent?
He was the
of,
independent, went blue.
Well, he was the like, come back here.
Yeah.
You.
Who did he run with?
He
By the way-
ran with.
Fuck, who was that?
Gore?
No.
No, Gore.
No, that was Edwards, right?
I'm just gonna
No,
keep saying.
no.
Dean
Who was
Howard.
Gore's?
It was.
It was Joe Lieberman with
It was
Gore.
Lieberman Gore.
It was Lieberman Gore.
It was
Or Gore
Lieberman. Gore.
Lieberman.
No, it was
Gore,
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 Lieberman.
Lieberman.
Yeah.
Why did they?
That's
pick
why
that?
he lost. Because
So I'm all over the
Lieberman
map
is this
right
fucking.
now.
But I mean, you
Carrie
know, it
Edwards,
was just
Gore Lieberman.
yeah. Carrie Edwards, Gore Lieberman.
And Edwards Carey were fucking horrible.
By the way, we
combination.
got to take a shot.
Oh yeah, we were.
No, why? Right?
Why? Because you're in the corner.
No, not me.
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh.
Hey, give him some
This
eggnog.
is why we gotta
God
take a
in
shot.
his vision, those you not give no eggnog, I will kill you.
Kills a strong
My
word.
shots are
By the
turning
way, he
sips,
took
I
he
might-
took like 2 shots of eggnog during the
No,
Christmas
I did
special.
not.
Eggnog. Who drinks eggnog, really?
White people.
Can we talk about eggnog?
No. His is fucked up. You say white people. I would definitely say black people in the Virginia area.
Area.
In the area.
I'm glad you phrased that proper.
Thank you. Appreciate that. See how you said that?
Yeah.
Proper.
Can you continue your point?
No, that's it.
I hate you sometimes.
So, yeah, the area.
The area was your point? Was that your point? Was the area?
No, I said like people taking the eggnog in the
Drinking
Virginia
it.
area.
In the area? Oh.
An area.
Drinking it in the area.
Drinking it.
All right, so
Are you gonna pick one?
Maybe.
I'm gonna go.
Rocket Man.
How about this? I'm gonna pick one, and then you guys just tell me if I'm wrong, and if you think there's one on here that deserves better. I'm gonna go with Uma versus Weinstein.
No, I think
We did Uma already.
Fine.
Let me see that list. There's one.
Uma's tired.
How about
right
this?
now.
Everyone, how about this? I'll pass it around, and we put a hash mark. We do this on the.
I do it.
This is this last time I
Democratic.
checked. This was a democracy.
Not really. It's my show. There's no such thing as democracy in this motherfucker.
Kim Jong Marcus.
I buy the booze. We drink it. We talk about what I want to talk about.
Kim Jong Marcus.
Do you have anything else you want to say about the National Cannibals?
Cannibal
Cannabis
Festival.
Fest.
Cannibal Festival.
Yeah, we eat humans.
Marcus, take a shot.
That'd be really.
I did that
strange
shit on purpose,
festival.
bitch. So downstairs when I was
bitch.
talking to her earlier, I was like,
Sorry,
so tell me about the Cannibal Festival. I mean, fuck. The cannabis. God damn, I'm taking it
Cannabis. The National Cannabis Festival.
And there's your
back.
shot.
So you want to give out all your hashtags and everything like that?
Yeah, no. It's hashtag 420, the number 1, the word. So 421, because we're on April 21st. Clever.
Oh shit, that's clever.
We've been that way since 423.
It's never been
back in
420.
2016.
Are you
So it's
for real?
been- Don't
And then
think
last year was
I'm just
422.
trying to think
I
about-
just blew your mind.
Don't make Mike think too hard,
Blue
please.
line,
Please
line.
don't let the Phillips.
No, people should come out. It is a DC-made, DC-raised event.
It's a great time. I've been 2 years running and
It's
plan on being there
Crushing
this
Apparel will be there. A lot of our local
Make sure you
advocacy
got your
groups.
hoodies.
Now, did I see something about Farside?
Farside was there this past year.
That was last
Yeah.
year.
Oh,
right?
they were from
year. Farside and Talib. Kweli.
Yep.
Good
And
times.
then this
Shout out to
year we
Farside.
have
Shout out to
all
Talib.
kinds of great things happening,
Alright.
including Cypress
And when
Hill.
she gave me shit, because being a chef, I should actually still try to get off to go to this
You
festival.
really should.
Why don't you
I get
like?
tickets?
Why don't
Do I
you have
get
like a?
backstage?
Why don't you have like
Do
a
I get
truck?
VIP?
I will take care of your tickets.
Do I get VIP? Do I get to see behind the scenes?
Wait,
How
hold
about
on.
this?
I didn't give you.
Can I bring a camera crew
You're
to see
talking to her.
behind the
She already
scenes?
told
and
you the
do-
answers you need to know.
I have other questions that are coming.
Okay, I'm just saying.
See, this is why I don't like Mike. You see this, bro? You see why I don't like him?
He's very difficult.
Fucking annoying.
I'm difficult.
I mean, he's wearing some weird ass hat and makes him look like fucking.
Look, my weird head at whatever.
Dude, I don't even know what that hat is. You look.
It's a
almost-
skull mask. It's just how
Put
it
it,
works.
put
Randy
it, put it
Quaid
over your
versus
face.
Jim Carrey.
I can still talk through this.
All right, that's good. Quaid against anybody.
Oh whoa, no! Look at it.
Jim Belushi versus Tommy Boy.
I think I know what you're
Whoa!
doing.
Wait a second. The ghost of Jim Belushi
Against
versus the ghost of.
the other fat white guy.
Oh, that's not cool.
It is.
I would say Jim Belushi versus what's that? Bill
fuck's his name?
Bill Maher?
No, not Bill.
No, not Bill Maher.
Bill Maher versus Bill Murphy.
Bill Murray.
Murray,
That's a good one.
not Murphy.
Well,
Murray.
all right. This is actually really starting to slide off.
I like my decisions.
Who's gonna fight Tucker Carlson?
Well,
Marilyn Manson.
my buddy Tom Pelton had a great suggestion saying that Tucker Carlson should fight Tom Hannity to the death, and then he gets to fight the winner.
Tom Hannity will win.
I personally would like to fight the entire Trump administration.
You
One
would-
on, like handicap.
You
Put them
wouldn't
all
win.
in there.
Bare knuckle.
You
Put
wouldn't
them
win.
all in there, except for the generals.
I was gonna say,
No generals. I'm not. I'm crazy.
You would win
But
on
I
that
ain't
one.
stupid.
Yeah.
No generals. No military motherfuckers. But all the rest of these, and we'll leave the ladies out of this too. My mama didn't raise no savage. But no, but really, like I would fight Stephen Miller and Jeff Sessions. Like handicap match would be fan-fucking-tastic.
I want to see Paul McCartney against.
Ringo.
Okay, that's good. I can go with that. That's
Two Beatles enter, one Beatle leaves. Welcome
Boy George versus Cyndi Lauper.
to Thunderdome.
Where are we going?
Simon versus Garfunkel.
Oh.
Too soon.
Someone's going to Grace. Someone's going to Graceland.
All right, so we got one. Mike, did you pick?
Nah, we don't have a pen over here. We're good.
But I had a pen. I set a pen around.
Oh, this is the pen.
Who pocketed
It's
the
my
pen?
pen,
pocketed
first
the
of all,
pen.
bitch. It's
You
pretty-
pocketed the
writing.
pen.
It's my
Bloody-
pen.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we don't have that much time, so continue. Keep it
Yeah,
over there.
many
Keep it
like
over
it.
there. Keep it over there.
All right.
And the winner is the one that 2 people voted on, which is easy.
Did you two go here?
No, we don't have a
They
pen,
didn't
so
vote.
you good. We're good.
No,
We're good.
give them you guys
Fucking
can
vote.
All right. Okay. We
See,
vote.
God,
this is
we
the
Talked
problem.
about the
Forget
importance
This is
of
the
voting.
problem with America is people have the opportunity to vote.
And they just
And they're
decide
like,
not.
oh,
They
I
get
don't
lazy.
have a
It's not to,
pen.
like,
This
the
is
voice
I
of
don't
the-
All you
have
need is a
pen.
fucking pen, and you can't
Oh my
even-
god!
For
You don't
shame.
even need to put on fucking pants, bro.
First of all,
You don't need to
You
put a
don't
lipstick
even
on.
have to
First of
put
all,
on
Nick,
the
did you
first
write?
thing that's on this
Yeah.
paper, it says Harrison Ford versus Bannon. So at the end of the day, has no importance at all in life.
Oh my God! I want to throw a beer at your
Said
face.
the guy who is
wearing a skull cap.
co-producing the drinking show with the podcast
And sitting in the
Problems.
corner.
Sitting in the corner because he's a fucking.
Hey, first of all,
Stop talking and put a vote.
I am.
Actually,
You have one
I guess
job.
everyone's kind of sitting in a
You
corner.
have one job.
I put markers
They're
in the
big
corner.
right
See how
there.
I did that? Like I produced the show and I got
Nobody
markers
puts
to sit in the
baby.
corner.
In the corner.
My name is Princess.
Yeah, you are.
You're goddamn right, I am a princess. Okay. Listen here, Linda. Linda.
Don't even.
I just want to throw shit in Toast's mouth. Anybody got some paper?
Oh my god.
No, don't do that.
Wait.
Hold on,
sorry.
hold on.
Wait.
Did
you
Was
hear
that
him?
singular or plural?
Hold on.
It'd be funny if
Penis.
you get like a virtual reality headset
You
on.
said
it.
paper or papers.
He's storing. Hold up.
Who's stowing?
That means we all gotta take a shot.
It's like Darth Vader.
I know, right?
This is why you have to hang out until the end, everybody. Don't just tune in and be like,
National
it does-
Cannabis
it's
It does get
Festival.
better. It does get better.
This stuff, no, this is so Darth Vader. This is going to next week's show.
I know. This is.
As we hear people outside. What the fuck is going on outside?
Yeah, because I got to crank up where you can hear him.
So the problem with living and working in DC and like recording. in
Come
DC.
on, man. I swear this is my Uber. I called it. Come on, man. Where you going?
Is it Harvey Weinstein? Is that Harvey Weinstein over there in the corner?
I
Is that little CK jerking off and breathing?
Stop it. First of
Too
all,
soon for you? Too soon for you?
it's been over soon. It's cool. But look, I just want to
Let's-
say National Cannabis Festival 2018.
Always does
What's
it.
the date?
April 21st.
April 21st, 421, everybody.
421.
421. Put
RFK
it on
Stadium.
your calendar. Cypress Hill headlining. Caroline, you want to drop
Yeah,
the
with backyard band.
backyard band? Because
First of all, backyard
for all you
band
people who
is
are
like
like,
the greatest band in the
National
world."
Cannabis Festival's not DC enough. Like, yeah. All right.
That's
We have
it.
There you
CI, and we have
Oh.
Bo Young Prince,
CI, big time shout out.
and we have Names, and Oh He Dead, and Marley, and Ice Cold. So that's all DC.
Ice Cold is dope as fuck.
All right.
Yeah, so it's going to be great.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you got anything else you want to say?
There is no hope in dope.
Bullshit.
No. There's no
Well,
hope.
not heroin, but fucking.
Thank you.
Oh, give me that so I can tell the winner.
When's the last time you called weed dope? When's the last time you were like, yo, let's smoke some dope? And you're like, roll up some weed. Like,
I say
let's
dope
smoke some
as
weed,
like
motherfucker.
something
That's a
is
good point.
cool.
Shit is dope, yes.
Hold on, Mike, did it
Something
take you
is
that long to
like-
adjective.
Like
as it,
like crushing apparel is dope.
dope as an adjective.
I'm even funny about
Yes.
calling weed drugs. I don't know.
Yo,
Just
I
because of
get
the
mad.
negative
Dude,
connotation.
what
If
is
you
from
call
drugs.
someone
Weed
who
is
sells
medicine.
weed a
What are
drug
we talking
dealer,
about here?
you are not the best
we
human
circling
being you
things?
can be.
No, but
Even if you use it casually.
I'm going to allow her to pronounce the winner.
Wait, can I get it? But can I get
Wait,
an email?
oh, I
on
think I fucked this up. So there were I wrote my name next to something. This
That's
is
what
something
we assumed that that's what you voted
No,
for.
no, no. 'Cause so I said whoever got the thing that was.
We know you
yeah.
voted.
That is.
But no, for real.
So she's going to read the winner of the fan turn-in of the death match.
The winner is Bjork versus Yoko Ono.
That was
Yeah,
mine.
it was like 3 votes. Like
That's bitch. There's only 5 of us in the room. 6 of us in the room.
That's true. It only got like 3 votes.
Kevin Garnett.
That's really
Yeah, but
good.
the final vote doesn't matter, bitch.
I mean, one person couldn't vote because
2.
they're-
Well,
because
that would be 7 math.
Hold on, let me turn it up a little bit. One. There you go. That's what we did.
Look,
So like I say, every week
are we done? Are we wrapping up?
I'm wrapping up. Would you like to finish with anything? You guys got?
Yeah. I would like.
Sorry.
Go ahead. This is your final thought. Go.
My final thought is I would like for everyone to give an amen on the fact that this whole weed prohibition thing is some bullshit.
Amen.
It's some straight up bullshit. Like, motherfuckers need to get with it. You want to fucking fix this bullshit ass debt. You want
Legalize
to give
marijuana,
motherfuckers
fucking
jobs.
take money. Yeah.
If you're pro-industry,
Fuck
And
your
the
co-
opioid
fuck,
crisis.
fuck your
pro-industry, pro-agriculture,
Fuck your coal.
pro-innovation,
Like for real.
know what I mean?
Anti-opioid.
Anti-opioid. Sorry, Big Pharma. Maybe.
Fuck you, Big Pharma. I fucking hate you. Fuck
Cannabis
Monsanto.
You know,
Fuck that.
the steam industry had to go out of. You know what I mean? They had to go.
I mean, iron is no
you know,
longer here.
Like
What?
Iron.
Irony or iron?
steel.
Sorry.
Do you iron your clothes?
Iron.
I run.
I run
Iran.
from my dreams, man.
Sorry. If I had more weed and less liquor, we wouldn't have to.
I ran so far
That
away.
sounds like that's a personal problem, bitch.
No, wait. There was a point, but I can't remember
Yeah.
it now. So I'm just gonna tweet at this bullshit later on.
That was deep.
Kate?
Yeah. Sorry. If
cheat.
you guys feel like it, worst salesman ever at Crushing Boo, at Crushing Apparel, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Crushing
See ya.
apparel.
See you out in that.
And by the way,
in
if you haven't
ether.
noticed, we're all wearing boo shit.
We are.
We are.
Well, you're
We
not.
are.
You're punk
I
ass.
am too. So don't tell
You
them.
got the
Yeah.
underwear- you got the
I had the
underwear on?
Crushing Apparel hat on. I had the Crushing Apparel shirt and some Crushing Apparel pants.
Thong.
I wish it's coming. Coming in 2018.
Why would I have
I've wanted
Can we
to
do
for
thongs? I will rock a thong for you.
Caroline.
Say crushing.
Caroline.
That could be a thing. Say crushing. That could be like a whole thing.
Dude,
I've been
will-
about-
I will
She like
stick
put
a pair of
Crushing
thongs in
Apparel
my ass
thongs
for
on
you.
me just now. Like, but so at the end of the day, men can
Marketing.
wear these thongs too.
You could have like a whole line of like
Marketing.
compression
Dun, dun, dun,
pants,
dun, dun.
crushing apparel. Get it? Crushing, because compression.
Boo! Oh,
First of all-
my brain just popped there.
First of all, I will not be wearing a Crushing Apparel thong
I will.
because that sounds like it will be crushing.
Well, your dick is gonna hang out. It's fine.
Get it? All right, just done. I'm done.
Stop with your double
yeah.
entendres. Do you see why I put him in the corner all the time?
But he got it though.
He had no choice.
I ain't
you know?
mad. I ain't mad at you.
Kate, any final words?
I don't have a hashtag, but I might be your bartender. So
Where do you work
Yeah.
at? Where do you work at, Kate?
Duffy's, Bar Pilar, and Cafe St. X.
Shout out to Duffy's
All
Bar
three.
Pilar and St. X. I love all them places.
Love
Yo,
everybody there.
Love you, Aaron.
dry rub boy.
They're amazeballs. Yeah, so I might be your bartender. So be smart, funny, and kind, and let's go
Fucking
look
tip
for-
your bartender if you can't. Don't fucking go.
Tip
out.
your
Okay.
bartender or you are
So,
a
you know,
douche.
and collectively work toward not being dicks. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rule number one.
collectively. Collectively.
It's kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
No, it's not hard. I ain't the biggest asshole in the world, but I'll be the first one to give you a hug and give you a good tip.
But then be a dick too.
I am never a dick to my
I think that
bartenders.
don't be a dick is probably
I'm
the
a
best.
dick to people who deserve to be a dick too.
Well, dick unto others
I meant
as
well,
they
but-
dick unto you. If that is a fair, you know.
And by the way, women can dick
patent pending.
other people too.
Not the
Patent
way you
pending.
just said it.
Being
No,
a
they
dick
can't.
is, you know, you
Dick
can be a dick
unto-
regardless of
dick unto
race,
other-
religion,
that
gender,
is not
sexual
gender.
orientation. So
Yeah,
Sometimes
it's,
it's
it's an equal
like,
opportunity kind of thing.
yeah,
Look,
inclusive
you-
dickishness.
You
Strap
don't
onto others
have
like
to
you
be a
strap onto
female
yourself.
to be a bitch.
I'm a princess.
We haven't forgotten.
That's kind of what I said.
Bitch
earlier
ass
about being
is
a dick.
is an expression for a reason. You
What's
know what I'm
that-
saying?
what's that reason?
You ain't got to be. Yeah, it's not gender. Yeah, you
What was that little mumbo jumbo?
yeah, you heard. You picking up on
That was your censorship. You censored yourself there.
Kazakhstan.
See, and that is the power of the safety words. Caroline.
Maybe
Yes.
my safe word will be Caroline the next
Fire.
time, but Caroline can't be here because I don't want to.
That sounds really like hot and
chaos.
like spicy and shit.
That sounds creepy.
That's fair too. I am a creep. Oh, I'm a pervert.
See, I was
Wow,
about to
Danny.
say
I'm not
Caroline
gonna-
was spicy, but you said you were a creep, so that trumps mine. So
I'm totally.
I don't
The
know. I
spice
feel like
be-
a safe
the
word is
spice
sort
be
of like a
betrothed.
yogurt on a hot situation. So I don't know if like,
Oh.
you know.
what if my safe word next time is Nutella, or is it Nutella? How do you say it? Is it like Coachella,
Dude, Chella's something totally
but
different.
hazelnutty?
It's like
You
four
are.
different
You do
words.
look like a hazelnut, so we can call you hazelnut.
You just make
Don't
it a
act.
noise.
Don't act shocked. Don't
You
act.
should have a
really
safe
like-
noise.
I really like hazelnuts. So
Instead
I'm
of
not
Cat's
gonna
excited.
lie.
This? Stop it.
What, you've never done cocoa for hookers?
No,
titties
you
before?
said no. You said like you just called his man. You just called his.
He said he'd call him
You called him a
Nutella.
hazelnut.
Because what's Nutella made of?
Hazelnuts.
All right, you fucking. twat.
Yo, Cheerios. What's up with my hazelnut Cheerios? Why don't you guys? What's up, General Mills? Get your shit together. Hazelnut Cheerios.
Do not eat cereal. That's the worst thing in the
Honey
world for
Nut
you. Do you guys know how many fucking
For real?
tablespoons? You know how many teaspoons? All right,
Hold up,
let me
so
rephrase
You
this.
The
shut
perfect amount.
your
Hold on.
whore mouth.
I
about
need to
cereal.
know.
The
First of
best
all,
amount.
You
Hold on,
son
hold
of a
on,
bitch.
hold on.
I know we
and-
over
Live in
time
cereal.
already, but you just said cereal is bad for us.
grams of
I lived off of cereal. I
Dude,
still eat cereal.
I love.
today.
I was
What
a kid.
kind of cereal?
I was a kid who loved all the sweet crap.
I do love.
But I
All
also
right,
love
stop. Let me tell you
Honey
something.
bunches of oats.
All right, so do you guys know what grams are? Do you guys ever read grams since? Shut up.
Don't tell me about grams.
You decide to put
Besides
on
the
the GPS
cocaine
app.
grams.
Whoa,
do you
whoa,
guys
whoa,
know sugar? Do you
whoa,
guys know
allegedly.
sugar? Whatever, I do. Do you know sugar? All right, so you know sugar's the number one killer in this fucking country. In the world.
Yeah, because it's sugar
Alright.
the number one
So
addiction.
do you know why they put grams on the box of cereal boxes and every nutritional thing? Because we are too fucking dumb to know what the grams are. So when it says 5 grams of sugar into fucking this, what, does that have a fucking nutritional
It
value?
probably does.
All right, so do you know how many teaspoons are in a gram?
No,
11
I
dude.
don't. I don't.
Actually,
11
grams in a teaspoon. It's 4.2 grams to a teaspoon. So when it says
4.2 grams per teaspoon of sugar.
I need to
Yeah.
know because this is
so
my
when it
normal
says
diet.
when it says there's like 8 grams of sugar in here, that means it's 2.5 teaspoons. That's a lot of sugar here.
That is a
So
lot of sugar.
yeah, so
Why are you dissing all cereals? All cereals are not created
because a
equal.
friend of mine
Because we add
shut
sugar to the
up.
sugar.
Yeah, no, just sugar to sugar. Yeah,
The
no, absolutely.
sugar
So
to
a friend of
cereal,
mine
yeah.
actually worked for the GMA, which is a grocery manufacturer of the United States, and or association. And him and I would get in big fights all the time because I would always talk shit about like how they're just killing the world. So once he quit working for them, he's like he argued me to the fucking death. And then once he quit there, he actually started working for Philip Morris. So once he quit, he's a lobbyist.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
He's a lobbyist.
I'm
He's
sorry.
an absolute lobbyist.
No.
So stop. So when he left that job, he comes to me afterwards next to my son. He's like, you know, everything you told me about cereals and all our arguments, you're absolutely right about all those things. But when he was a company man, he had to lie. And dude,
Take the money out of it.
Because
Take
you
the
gotta
money
get
out of
this
it.
money.
I'm
Take the
telling
money
you.
out of it.
And
Get
he
rid of
told
turd,
me
get rid of
never to
career.
eat fucking cereal because it's the worst thing in the world for us.
I think the final thought should be get rid of get rid of career politicians.
Get rid of lobbyists. Get
take
rid of the
them-
money.
take
You're
the
right. Get rid of the
Get rid
money.
of lobbyists. Get rid of super PACs.
Take the sugar.
Why don't you
out
get
of
the
cereal.
money?
Let people run on
Yeah.
policy.
Why don't you get the money to like the
You know
national
what?
cannabis
Put the
company?
sugar in the cereal, but tell motherfuckers how much sugar there is in the cereal and let them decide for their fucking selves. America. Fuck yeah.
All right, ladies. Anything else?
No, I thought that was lovely.
No, I don't think.
Yeah.
So my final thought, as always, is much love and one love. Here at One Love Massa, we do a lot of different things. We try to do everything for the public and for us, and we try to be good people and make the world a better place. And if you can't do it, get the fuck out of our way and let us do it. So much love you. I actually have to read some stuff.
Thanks to anybody that tuned in on the personal Facebook, man. Hopefully they'll let me come back. 'Cause this is a lot of fun.
Thank you for joining us for another wonderful show, the One Love Massive DC as Fuck show. Our sponsors are
Crushing Apparel.
Grindstone Universal, Chuck Evans, and One Love Massive DC as Fuck. Sign out for the One Love Massive Studio, aka the Creative Factory, located at 631 T Street Northwest, Washington DC, across from the historic Howard motherfucking Theater. I am Marcus on. Yeah, I am Marcus. Marcus2767 on Twitter. Pasteurized Chef on Instagram. I'm tired.
Shout out
I
to
can't wait.
our
Really
guest
good
Kate
job.
Reed
I can't wait to go.
Thank
and Caroline Phillips.
Ladies, thank you. You did fucking great today.
That was fun.
Great to have you.
Shout outs to my
I'm
cousin.
sorry that my rant fucking.
Toast
Sorry.
slave.
I stayed
Well,
long.
you can rant. Just incorporate other people
I'm
into your
really
rant.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Then he slept
What's
in
it's
last
your,
night.
it's your first show as a
It's
co-host.
my first day.
Hey,
So if you guys want to see Boo back, hashtag Boo back.
Yeah, for real. Like, if I didn't fuck this up
I
too
will
bad,
start now.
let him know.
shout out to my
You're
cousin
great.
again. That's the one saying.
Nick, thank you. Michael, thank you.
Shout out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Phillips
Thank you,
and-
everybody.
Yes.
Check out the National Cannabis
National Cannabis
I
Festival.
can't want to say co. I
Why
keep
do
wanting
you
to say
keep saying
co.
cup?
April
You know what?
21st,
I do want to keep saying
2018.
co.
Hold up,
You may-
Caroline. Just give him a cup and he could start like the say National Caroline.
You should take
not
a shot at
National
National
Caroline.
Caroline
The
Cup.
National Caroline
National
Festival.
Caroline
Here's to the
Cup.
National Caroline Cup.
One day it will be a National Caroline Cup.
true.
One day.
Caroline Fair.
That would be.
It's
that would
like
be
the
a hell of a
Lilith
event.
Fair, but way cooler.
Maybe you should have a
Yeah.
section of the Caroline Fair.
Because the weed is just.
I think that's the Caroline Fair is where I just like sit in the back.
The
and,
music's
like,
better.
wait for-
And it's all for Caroline.
I'll
She don't have
start
to do
and I'll
nothing.
end, yeah.
That'd be the greatest
Sure.
day in the world, right?
It is around
That would be
April the
dope.
25th. I'll be.
When do you want that?
Well, so the new season of Handmaid's Tale comes out April 25th. There'll be a couple of
I
days
haven't
down with
seen
the
it. I don't
festival.
Hulu.
Oh, what?
So, Handmaid's Tale.
Should I Hulu people?
You should see. It's really.
I got
you
Hulu.
should read the book and then you should see the.
So what exactly
show.
is this about?
It is about toxic masculinity. You know.
All right, with that, we're out.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good night.